877 Cars for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation is super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now or go to carsforkids.org.
7 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Most families get their financial advice in pieces. A financial advisor here, a CPA there, an estate attorney somewhere else. Everyone means well, but nobody's talking to each other, and those gaps can work against you. Trajan Wealth's family office brings wealth management, tax strategy, and estate planning together, not as separate conversations, but as one coordinated system built around your life, your goals, and the people who matter most. Ours is a true family office, not one that refers you out because it's convenient. This kind of dedicated collaboration used to require a 7-figure net worth, but here's the game changer. Trajan kicked that door open. Trajan advisors are fiduciaries, always obligated, always honored to act in your best interest. Unlock your Trajan family office at TrajanWealth.com or call 1-855-TRAJAN-1. That's 1-855-TRAJAN-1.
Advisory services through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor. Other services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax.
All right, barbecue fans, Dan Jacobs with Jacobs Law and 303 Law 4040 with something special for you that we're cooking up for the best free meal in all of Denver. Now, in addition to my delicious smoked pulled pork that we serve on nearly a monthly basis and my copycat Chipotle chicken recipe that has a kiss of smoke and is fantastic. Our friends over at Old Style Sausage, a local company that makes these sausages that are custom made for the smoker. Mike Daborski over there is going to give us some. So this summer, they will join the menu at the best free meal in Denver. We're here to help. It's every first and third Thursday. You get free groceries and a hot meal for the night. No questions asked. You just pull up and pop the trunk. It's every first and third Thursday, Smoky Hill and Arapahoe Road, E Hills Church from 4 to 6 p.m. Help us spread the word.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Zach here. Summer is here, and if you're planning a home project this year, windows, siding, or decking, now is the time to sign before the snow flies. Don't wait. Get the project you've always wanted and lock in a low-interest loan as low as 6.99% for 15 years. You deserve to enjoy your home, and 5280 Exteriors makes it easy with financing built for real Colorado homeowners. Call today or visit 5280exteriors.com to schedule your free estimate.
Want real Broncos talk? Cecil Lammy and Andrew Mason bring the heat on Orange and Blue Today. The most passionate intelligence and in-depth Broncos coverage in the game. Weekdays at 5 p.m. on the Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan YouTube channel. Hit subscribe at Denver Sports 104.3 and never miss another take. Orange and Blue Today, powered by Ramos Law, official injury law firm partner of the Denver Broncos. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan presents The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay.
Off and rolling. Here on a Wednesday, July 15th, on a scorching day in the Mile High City. It's supposed to be the slow season. We would never know it as we are busting with content on a Wednesday. What up, Phil?
Woo! What's going on, ZB? All gas, no brakes. That's how we do things around here. And, man, fun conversation during the crosstalk with the Nuggets and, you know, coming up with the rosters. And now we're getting ready to get back into the Nuggets and what they can do or what they will not do. And what's going on, ZB? How you doing, baby?
Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm fired up to be here. Got a lot going on, all right? I mean that literally. Like, we kicked, I think, 3 things out of the rundown yesterday just because we just went down rabbit holes and got caught up with other conversations. And
well, we asked Sean Payton. He didn't like the plays. He kicked those out, so we get the green light from him.
That's right.
Hopefully today we do.
Well, we'll get to Broncos here in just a couple minutes, but in some ways extending the conversation that we were just having because we were going to do this at the bottom of the hour, but it was just too organic to not do right now. So interesting conversation to wrap up, or you know, that crosstalk about Jamal Murray.
Yeah.
And
you're saying trade him.
You know, I threw this out yesterday in a tease, and we got caught up. We didn't get to it. But the Celtics just made a really interesting move here in the last 2 weeks with trading Jaylen Brown. And obviously there was some maybe personality stuff that wasn't, as cohesive as you would like, but that's not why Brad Stevens and the Boston Celtics traded Jaylen Brown. I do not believe that. Now, Jaylen Brown is one of the best players in the history of the Boston Celtics. You're talking about an all-NBA player, an NBA Finals MVP.
Yes.
His jersey one day will hang from the rafters of the Garden, okay? And they still traded him. Brad Stevens said something that I can't shake from my head here for about a week and a half. When he went out, they did a press conference after the trade. And Brad Stevens said, in this current landscape of the NBA, with these aprons, and the second apron specifically, you cannot build your team with 2 max players. The NBA has been turned on its head here over the last decade. 10 years ago, super teams were the thing.
Thanks a lot, LeBron.
It was all about combining 2 and 3 players. But now the rules have changed. You're shooting at a different basket, if you will. If I can use a basketball analogy, you're shooting at a different basket. And you have a guy, Brad Stevens, who's one of the brightest basketball minds that we have seen in the modern NBA and college before that at Butler. This guy's saying, this is not the setup. You can't pay, because max contracts are now 30% of your cap.
ZB, it's wild.
So if you have 2 max contracts, it just eats up so much space. And so the same logic, I think, applies here to Denver. For all the reasons that we were just talking about before we went to commercial break. Your 2 best players are your literal 2 worst defensive players. And you watch the playoffs like I did. These are rock fights. You wanted the physical style of the 90s back, you got it. And so I think that between that and the Brad Stevens comments about the setup, I think they need to take Jamal Murray, and that this is not going to happen, by the way. But I think they need to take Jamal Murray. I don't think it's going to happen.
Well, I was going to say, it's not going to happen because they can't get it done, or because they don't want to.
They love Jamal Murray. And Jamal Murray's given them a lot of reason to love him, right? But I just think that given the circumstance, where we're at with the style of basketball that's being played, and where we're at with this collective bargaining agreement that's not going anywhere for years, I think you need to respond accordingly. It's not an anti-Jamal, take at all. This is one of the 5 best players in the history of the organization. But I think given the landscape, I'm hearing Brad Stevens, and this is a team that won a championship with those 2 guys just like Jokic and Jamal, and they're saying this is no longer conducive to the current environment. We're going to react accordingly.
Adjust and adapt.
That's it. And I think that if I had my druthers, again, it's not anti-Jamal. It's your stock has never been higher, and we're going to sell it right now, and we're going to take your $50 million.
Yes.
Jamal is about to make $50 million for the coming season, and you make that 3 different players.
You put 2 defensive players in front of Jokic to help him out. You still have AG. You still have Cam Johnson if you want them now. That would be a perfect setup if the Denver Nuggets decided that they wanted to do that after finding out that LBJ is signing somewhere else. I would be fine with that, because what you're telling us is you're still all in, but you're making sure that you tailor things around Jokic.
Yes.
That you make sure that you complement Jokic's game. We know Jokic can do it all. Assists, rebounds, of course, score, but he needs help defensively. And if you could get rid of Jamal Murray's contract, and I still like Jamal Murray, ZB, but if you could get rid of his contract, you bring in 2 guys, let's just say someone like a Derek White that's going to play phenomenal defense for you, and another guy to complement Jokic. Then right there, you're going to have more success than having 2 max players on the court that don't play any defense, and both of them want to score all the time.
Yeah, and when you say, hey, you want to maximize Jokic, well, for years, the 2-man game was like the most unstoppable sequence in the game of basketball. Hasn't really been quite like that.
It's been stale.
And unfortunately, and I know I just mentioned it to the fellas in the crosstalk, Jamal Murray has not been very good for 3 straight postseasons. He hasn't. That's just the truth. And I wish it was different. I wish they were a dynasty like we thought. But at a certain time, I think you have to acknowledge, okay, this is going to be really hard. And what do I say about good trades?
They sting. They hurt a little bit.
They sting. And this is going to be really hard. But I have enough information after 3 years and 3 postseasons following a championship that this isn't working anymore. It did work, and now it's not. You're a first-round exit. And so I think that you need to, and I said this before, but just to repackage my words from a few weeks ago, the way you lost in the postseason was dramatic. You were bullied by backups in a way that no one could have seen coming. That was dramatic. So your response needs to match the dramatic nature of how you lost. You need to do something dramatic.
But you know what I fear, ZB? I fear that the Denver Nuggets, John Wallace, Ben Tinzer, of course, Josh Kroenke, it's going to be a delay. They're not going to want to do it this year because they're going to want to run it back and see what it looks like again and see if Jamal Murray can be the same version he was this season. And then if it doesn't work out, then they're going to try to sell. But by that time, nobody's going to want to take Jamal on because it's like, dude, he had one great season.
He did.
And it's not consistent enough for us to just want him and give you guys things in return. I fear that there's going to be a delay when they probably should do what the Celtics just did now.
And Jaylen Brown just had the best individual season he's ever had.
Yes.
Phil, he finished 6th for MVP.
And they traded him.
He was an MVP candidate, legitimately. And they moved him. And so if the Boston Celtics can do that and do something too early, what's been the greatest dynasty in NFL history?
It's been the Patriots.
The Patriots. The Patriots always got rid of someone a year early.
Always.
Then a year too late. And I think that right now it's that Warren Buffett quote that I always say, that when others are greedy, be fearful. When others are fearful, be greedy. Right now, this stock is as high as it is going to get. And I think you need to sell it. And I think you get the return and rebuild this team around Jokic. Go into the second apron. You have the money. This is Jokic's prime. You'll never get it back. So that's kind of where I stand on it. But I'm hearing Brad Stevens' words ring in my ear. You can't have 2 max players in this current setup of the National Basketball Association.
Adjust, adapt, and the players or the teams that do adjust and adapt, they're going to do well this year. I can't wait to see what the Celtics look like. And if they win a championship, by doing what they just did right here, I mean, they're laying the foundation for everybody that's going to start copying them. So for the Nuggets, don't delay. If you feel like that's the recipe as well, then you might have to get rid of old Jamal Murray.
All right. If you want to react to that conversation, you can hit us up on the RamosLaw.com text line 303-713-1043. ESPN dropped their top 10 wide receivers as voted on by NFL executive scouts and coaches, and we'll go over what we learned coming up next.
Bo Nix led the league in game-winning drives, took Denver to the AFC Championship.
Let's go, Bo Nix!
And that was year 2.
Let's go, Bo Nix!
Now he's fully healthy. Jalen Waddle is in the building, and the same O-line is back for a 3rd straight year. So what's the one thing everyone's going to notice the moment training camp opens?
Here's the biggest thing I think people are going to notice right away as we get into training camp and on into the preseason. You're going to hear this phrase a lot. Get ready for it. You ready? Here's the line.
All right, give it to me.
It looks like the game's slowing down for him.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
All right, listen up, Broncos country. Buckle up. It's Phillip Lindsay here. And if you've ever watched me play, then you know I'm all about speed, agility, and getting where I need to go efficiently. And when it comes to your summer vacation, you need that same kind of reliable power. And this is why I'm teaming up with my friends at Hermes Worldwide. Let's be real, getting to and from the airport or your destination can be a total fumble. And although your boy over here has never fumbled, I don't want to deal with stressful parking, unreliable ride sharing, and nobody else needs to deal with it either. So Hermes Worldwide is going to step into the game and score that game-winning touchdown for your travel plans. They offer top-notch transportation services, from sleek airport transfers in comfortable, clean vehicles to reliable long-distance travel. They're dependable and also very professional, and they understand that your vacation time is precious to you and your family. So, what I'm trying to tell you is you need to ditch the travel day headaches and make your summer vacation a guaranteed win. Call Hermes Worldwide today at 303-577-7600 or visit them online at ridehermes.com/DenverSports. Again, that's ridehermes.com/DenverSports to book your next ride today.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. Did you know the IRS has programs specifically designed to help people struggling with tax debt? Powerful tax assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm, A-rated by the Better Business Bureau. Their award-winning tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $3 billion of tax debt for their clients. One call to Optima can start the process, helping to put an end to your worries about wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other aggressive IRS actions. Find the best options to solve your tax problems. Call the experts at Optima Tax Relief today for a free consultation.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
You've probably heard all those ads for life insurance. Just a few dollars a day, apply online in minutes, no medical exam. Simple, easy, and cheap, right? Now you're thinking, maybe I should get a quote. Well, smart thinking. Everyone should have life insurance. But here's what they don't tell you. Those few dollars a day rates, they're for young people in perfect health. That's why everyone calls Big Lou the 50 to 60-year-old not-so-perfect candidate. Like you. You take prescription meds and you're overweight. Winner, fried chicken dinner. Well, Big Lou works with life insurance companies that want people like you with no surprises after you apply. In fact, if you're a 50-year-old guy with a few health glitches, Lou could probably find you $1 million of term life coverage for about $200 a month. So, yeah, you need life insurance. But unless you're young and healthy, you gotta call Big Lou because he's like you, older, heavier, and on meds, too. Get a quote right now at 800-381-4183, 800-381-4183, or biglou.com.
The hot weather is here. Stoke here from my team, ROX Rocks Heating and Air. Has another company told you that you need a new air conditioner? Time to throw in the challenge flag. Rocks Heating and Air offers no obligation, free second opinions. They have amazing financing options and incredible rebates too, only from the best. ROX Rocks Heating and Air. Now play that jingle.
HVAC service, installation, repair. ROX Rocks Heating and Air.
Men, when addressing the problem of erectile dysfunction, you want the right treatment for your specific medical situation because every case is different, and finding the right treatment can mean the difference between just an okay experience and an amazing one. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, and at our practices, we offer the full range of ED treatment protocols and can even combine therapies to help make those intimate moments special, both for you and your partner. At the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, we're the leader in treating ED in the area. Our medical providers specialize in men's sexual health and understand that no two cases are alike, which means you'll get the right treatment for you based on sound medical evaluation and appropriate applications of medical therapies. Plus, we offer treatments that are effective in well over 90% of cases, which means if you're like most men, you'll get your sex life back. So call us. Your initial visit is just $99 and includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. We have 5 offices across the Front Range to serve you.
When an 80,000-pound semi-truck collides with a passenger vehicle, the results can be devastating. I'm Rob Wilhite of the Wilhite Law Firm, and for nearly 50 years, my firm has been fighting for seriously injured truck accident victims in Colorado. These are complex cases that require serious resources and experience. We bring both to every case to get you the maximum compensation you deserve. If you or someone you love has been seriously injured in a trucking accident, don't wait. Call the Wilhite Law Firm, 303-GOOD-LAW, or visit wilhitewins.com.
Anything that distracts you while driving is dangerous. Driving while texting can be deadly. So put it down. It can wait. Shift into safe. Don't drive distracted. A message from the Colorado Department of Transportation.
Listen up, Denver. This hour's keyword is WALL, W-A-L-L. Text WALL to 303-713-1043 right now for your chance to win a $250 gas card. That's WALL to 303-713-1043.
By texting, you agree to receive an automated marketing message from Denver Sports 1043 The Fan. Message and data rates may apply. For complete rules or to enter the keyword online, visit www.denversports.com/keyword.
You're listening to The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay on Denver Sports.
mentions, maybe some others receiving votes, but it gives you a good idea of how people inside the league view these guys or don't view them in some ways. And so it was interesting opening up this article. And the number one wide receiver in the NFL, according to this anonymous poll, is Jamar Chase. Agree?
Oh, I agree. I mean, wholeheartedly agree. The man is on a different level. All right, he could take a screen and take it 70 yards for a touchdown. All right, Joey B is making sure that he gets him involved, but Jamar Chase is very dominant, just like Justin Jefferson. But Jamar Chase is a bigger body, and he's as fast as Justin Jefferson.
See, I struggle with this because you're talking about the two greatest receivers in the league right now who are both going to go to the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
I mean, but Justin Jefferson, are we sure Jamar Chase is bigger than Justin Jefferson? I don't know about that, Phil.
You think they're around the same?
Well, I'll pull them up to.
They look, at least on TV. It looks like Jamar Chase has a little bit more muscle, like his body type.
Oh, like more muscle.
Yeah.
I'm thinking like actual height. So he's listed. He's listed at 6 foot.
Damn.
Yeah, he's listed at 6 foot, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I think Jefferson is closer to 6'3", 6'4". I want to say. I'll give you an official height here in just a second. But like, yeah, there's certain things that Chase can do that Jefferson doesn't do, like take a screen to the house. Man, Jefferson is only listed as 6'1", so a little bit taller, but I thought he was taller.
They play tall.
Dude, it's amazing. Like, we refer to these like big body receivers. These guys are little boys on a basketball court. Like Justin Jefferson, he'd be like the shortest point guard in the NBA.
Well, because you average 6'8" in the NBA. I mean 6'1" is tall in the NFL.
It's just crazy. Like, you see him out there, and it's like, Novak Djokovic. You see him out there, he like looks lanky as hell. It's like, but in actuality, anyway,
I'm tall in the NFL.
It's just different. We have such different standards. But Chase was number 1. Jefferson was number 2. Jackson Smith and Jigbo was number 3.
It's a bad boy.
Truly.
Oof.
He led the league in receiving this past year. Puka Nacua was number 4.
He went to rehab.
He did.
Went to rehab. All the stuff was coming out about him, a bunch of distractions.
Yeah.
My guessing is the Rams and Sean McVay said, hey, if you want this contract.
Right, because he's up for an extension.
Yeah, if you want this contract, you probably need to go to rehab or you're not going to get this contract. So he put himself in rehab.
And well, hopefully he's just in a better place as a human being because of it. So Amon-Ra St. Brown rounds out the last of the top 5. Number 6 was CeeDee Lamb. Number 7 was Lamb's teammate George Pickens. What a year he had a year ago. Nico Collins was number 8.
Oh, Nico.
A.J. Brown still coming in the top 10 at number 9. And then you have Devontae Adams. Talking about still coming in. Devontae Adams still comes in the top 10. If memory serves, he had 14 touchdowns in 14 games a year ago. Missed some games. But that was your top 10. So no Courtland Sutton, no Jalen Waddle. Then you get into the honorable mention. The honorable mentions are Malik Neighbors. Looks like a just blue chip talent right there.
Yeah, he got to get healthy though, man. He had another surgery just to kind of repair something else. So they kind of what Bo Nick said. They for Neighbors, they went in there, they did his ACL, fixed that up. Then they let him heal, and they went back in there to adjust and clean something else up. So he's still dealing with this knee. So no telling when he's coming back this year, if he does come back this year, because it takes some time with knees if you want it to be done the right way.
We'll keep our eye on that situation. Another honorable mention, Mike Evans. Another honorable mention, Zay Flowers. Tyreek Hill. Drake London. And Jamison Williams round out the honorable mentions. So no Broncos on the top 10, no Broncos in the honorable mentions. And then there's this other category, this third category, beyond honorable mention, also receiving votes. Alec Pierce,
okay,
good player, led
really
the NFL last year, if memory serves, in yards per catch.
Yeah, he got paid the bag too.
He did. He did. I think he was averaging like 19 yards a catch.
He was, man. And when I was there with him, and he was when I was there, it was Reggie Wayne was his coach, obviously still there. And I mean, night and day from when I was there rookie year till now, man. It's just the growth of these players as they go along, as long as they get the right coaching.
Really cool developmental story. T. Higgins also received votes. DK Metcalf. Scary Terry McLaurin.
Scary Terry.
Garrett Wilson. also received some votes. Devontae Smith.
All right, now, what about our boys?
Lad McConkey. Brian Thomas Jr.
All right, man. What are we doing?
Chris Olave. And Jalen Waddle.
Oh, the Watsters, huh?
Jalen Waddle did receive at least one vote that we know of.
That was my vote.
Cool, yeah, I'm sure it was. Chris Olave, no, I said Chris Olave. So no Sutton in the top 10. No Sutton in the top 16 for honorable mention. And then 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. All right. I can be, sometimes, I've been accused of being like dramatic. You call me dramatic sometimes.
I love it though, man.
One of the things that I don't find myself doing is waking up and thinking that like the world is out to get Denver. All right. That there's this conspiracy to like hate on Denver.
But
this is downright disrespectful to Cortland Sutton.
Oh, now it's disrespectful.
And I know how I sound because oftentimes I'll hear someone else like, the Broncos, they were in the AFC Championship game. They don't get a home game to start. They're disrespecting the Broncos.
I'm like,
no,
is
they're
this
not.
considered a crime?
This is a felony. This is a felony. This, like, to have Cortland Sutton, who is the literal number one receiver in the NFL 2 years in a row on third and fourth down.
Back-to-back 1,000-yard years.
Back-to-back 1,000-yard years, 25 touchdowns in the last 3 years, and he's not in the top 27?
And he ranked 13th last season in receiving yards.
Oh, dude, again, I know how I sound. I feel like throwing something. This is incredibly disrespectful for Cortland Sutton, and it's coming from the people inside his own league.
I told you, though. I told you how people are, especially the scouts and the executives. Everybody wants to be right, and sometimes they don't like what they see. All right, sometimes they want the flashiness, the explosive, them speed. Someone like Waddle, right? That's why we keep on bringing it up. That's why I keep bringing it up.
When you say flashy, Sutton had 3 of the top 10 touchdown catches of the season 2 years ago.
When you watch Court, it's not flashy. It's not explosive. It's just kind of, you're just methodically like going down the field, and all of a sudden he catches it. It's like, cool.
But he averages 14 yards a catch just like Waddle.
But you want to know what else hurts him? When he goes into a game against the Saints and he doesn't get a target. And he's supposed to be the number one receiver. And yet you don't target that man, right? Like, they're looking at all this about, okay, when Courtland opens up in his routes, are you feared? All right, does he fear you when he's running his routes? Can he beat you down the field? Can he beat you with the intermediate routes? And they're going to say no. I get you. I understand. Court, that's why we sit here and say he's underappreciated. We need to start appreciating him more, but this will be the year, ZB, because you did add Jalen Waddle, because Troy Franklin and Pat Bryant are going to be better versions of themselves. It's going to free up Court, and now Court gets those one-on-one options, those one-on-one opportunities to make everybody look bad.
Man, I know how I sound, getting caught up.
It's a crime.
It's a crime. It's a crime.
Bring out the yellow tape.
There's 20, and again, we talked a lot about Sutton yesterday. Sutton doesn't belong in the top 10. He doesn't belong there.
No.
But he belongs somewhere on here.
Let's put him at 20 at least.
Top
20.
If we're listing 27 names, and Cortland Sutton is a number one in the NFL on third and fourth downs, 25 touchdowns the last 3 years.
Hey, it is interesting that Waddle. Now, Waddle for 2 straight years hasn't went for 1,000 yards, but he's on the list, 25.
It make sense. All right. Don't look now, but Deion Sanders is stacking something other than his bank account in Boulder. Will it matter? That's next.
They're back. Our free limited edition Training Camp 2026 t-shirts will have 5 drops this year at various Santiago's Mexican restaurants across the metro area starting July 16th. Limit 1 per person while supplies last. For more details and to find the location nearest you, head to DenverSports.com/shirt.
What is going on, everybody? Phillip Lindsay here with the one and only Williams Jewelers. And I know you guys are listening to me right now driving down the street, and you're saying to yourself, I'm ready to pop that question to my special somebody. So if that's the case, then you know you need a diamond. So I'm going to explain something to you so simple. Whether you're starting your next chapter with your perfect diamond engagement ring, or celebrating a new milestone, or finally just doing something special for yourself, this is where it's going to begin for you at Williams Jewelers. Close your eyes and imagine the finest jewelry legends all in one store together, making you feel just like family, and their service is going to reflect that. So come shop the finest loose diamonds in Denver. They're going to have every size, shape, and price range you can imagine, plus the largest selection of engagement ring settings I've ever set eyes on. And not only are they going to share the secrets of the business with you, but they're going to sit you down, have a conversation, then give you the best price in Colorado guaranteed. So why wouldn't you want to create moments and memories for yourself and, of course, the ones you love by going to Williams Jewelers, the official jeweler of the Colorado Avalanche, Denver's first family of fine jewelers, located in Cherry Creek North on 3rd Avenue and also in Inglewood at Broadway and Bellevue. And don't forget to mention my name, Phillip Lindsay, when you step through one of those doors.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Zach here. On behalf of my friends at American Financing, what if next month looked different? What if instead of robbing Peter to pay Paul, you had one clear payment and money left over for the things that actually matter? If you're a homeowner, that's not a fantasy. American Financing is making it happen. They're not going to judge you. They're here to help you. Everything is more expensive right now, and you're spending more on the basics than ever before. American Financing's salary-based mortgage consultants will give your paycheck a raise by lowering your debt obligations. Their average customer savings is $800 a month, and you may delay 2 mortgage payments, and you may close in as fast as 10 days. Guys, there's no upfront fees. There's no obligation. We all want to live without stress. Your home's equity could help you do this. So call them at 303-695-7000. That's 303-695-7000, or visit them online at americanfinancing.net. NMLS 182334, NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
Rob Dino here at BeatTheDA.com. I've handled over 7,000 cases, 300 trials. Let's face it, divorce is really impactful. You may have a controlling spouse. You may have a violent spouse. You may have been a victim of a domestic violence. You may be wrongfully accused of domestic violence. This all affects parenting rights. And let's face it, the kids are the most important. These are the things that need to be handled. They need to be handled appropriately by someone that's going to protect your kids and protect your rights. Hit me up at BeatTheDA.com, 720-706-5151.
Denver Deck Builders can absolutely build you a great deck, but as their owner, Ron Gibbous, explained to me, they can do so much more.
Well, sometimes people will want a roof over it. Sometimes they'll want a kitchen, hot tub. But whatever the family needs are, the bottom line is they're wanting to spend time outside in a little bit different environment than their kitchen table. They're with their kids, their friends, and they're enjoying building relationships and building memories.
Start planning your dreams with Denver Deck Builders. Go to ddbonthefan.com.
Summer should be a time of joy for children, but Wish kids often miss out due to their illness, creating a dark chapter during a time that should be filled with sunshine and memories. A wish from Make-A-Wish Colorado can change everything for these children, giving them the strength and hope they need to persevere in their fight against critical illness. My name is Carrie Fletcher. I'm part of the Alpine Bank family, member FDIC. Today, Alpine Bank hopes you'll decide to make a life-changing impact in the life of Colorado Wish kids by supporting Make-A-Wish Colorado. There are currently more than 450 Colorado kids with critical illnesses who are waiting for a life-changing wish, and 110 more kids will be diagnosed this summer. You can help make their wishes come true. Visit wish.org/Colorado to help Make-A-Wish Colorado grant some memorable wishes this summer.
Stream Stokely and Evans with Mark Schlereth, Dover and Cecil, The Drive, and all your favorite shows on the Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan app. Powered by Advanced Tax Solutions. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. It's The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
All right, rolling right along. Argentina has just tied the World Cup semifinal game with England.
Ooh.
1-1.
85th minute.
In the 85th minute, and I officially just cashed my ticket that both teams would score. Let's go.
Let's go.
A little midday action.
You were getting a little sad there. You were like, I knew I should have just bet at England.
I did.
Look at
Yes. And I was saying that in the previous break. All right. Good conversation about the Cortland Sutton stuff. All right. we're going to shift gears here to some Deion Sanders and CU. Going into the previous break, I said, don't look now, but Deion Sanders is stacking something other than his bank account in Boulder. All right? Now, it's certainly not wins.
You got to be patient with that, ZV.
You got to be super patient. But how about this? Colorado football coach Deion Sanders has assembled possibly his biggest and best high school recruiting class over these last few months. 20 recruits currently committed to join the team in 2027, a class that ranks 3rd in the Big 12.
Ooh, so they're number 3 right now.
Yeah, a top 3 class in the Big 12
with
for
young players.
High school players.
That's what you wanted, right? You wanted a mixture of the older guys, which you should always have, and these young players that you can develop them. And so now Coach Prime, and I know Coach Prime's not going to their houses.
No,
not yet.
Definitely not.
They're coming to him. They coming. And now you're getting some of these really, really good players, hopefully, to come here and help make Colorado good again. I can't say great. Let's say good again.
No, do it. Just throw on a red hat.
No. I'm going to say good.
You guys can't wear red, though.
No. And it starts with the youth, right? It starts with your young guys in high school that you develop, and then you sprinkle in the older guys, the right type of older guys like Colorado has done, going in there, getting some of the guys from the lower divisions, bringing them up, rewarding them.
Yep.
And if these guys can stick now, the high school kids, they still have a chance to opt out and go somewhere else. So you hope that they stick. Coach Prime is doing something special, and hopefully he can continue that.
And by the way, they're 31st nationally in all of college football, 3rd in the Big 12. When it comes to the high school class of 2027, it's definitely a different approach. And, you know, we talked about this last college football season. The best teams in the country still recruit the high school kids, and they develop them, and then they patch their holes with the transfer portal.
Yes.
And that's the recipe. You don't just make your whole roster the transfer portal. That's not sustainable, and it hasn't been. And so I like the different approach. This is the largest class of high school students that they've had in the Deion era. And if you look back at the time that Deion's been in Boulder, his high school classes in a league of 16, okay, ranked 16th last year, so dead last, 16th in 2024, 13th in 2025, and 14th in 2026. And now in the class of 27, they're 3rd.
Why is that, ZB? Why all of a sudden, even though Colorado hasn't been that good, you got these young bucks that want to come aboard, that want to try to help this program out? I know when I was back in the day, I wanted to come to Colorado. Obviously, being here, my mother was sick, but I also wanted to be the change. I wanted to be a part of something special and be the reason why we turned things around. 2016, we were able to do that.
Yep.
We weren't able to recapture that 2017, but it was a special year for us because all of us stuck together.
And you were the change.
I was the change.
You were the change that you wished to see.
There we go.
And so good for Deion, and I'm being serious, because it's a pivoted approach. It's a more organic approach, and I'm a fan of that. So this is now twice. I've been very critical of Deion Sanders and will continue to be until he delivers on his promises. But this is 2 things in one offseason that I have liked the approach. Not fishing for the washouts at Texas and Alabama, but going for more proven talent at lower levels that want an opportunity to play in the Big 12, and then also building your roster more organically. Now, I said this going into the last break. I said, will it matter?
Well, it starts somewhere.
It starts somewhere.
Everything matters.
Well, totally, and it has to start somewhere. And they're a little bit late on this, but here they are. I said, will it matter? Because twofold. One, you mentioned the first part. These kids flip-flop like fish on a boat. I mean, it's unbelievable how they decommit. And the CU has been a beneficiary of some of those decommitments and then winding up in Boulder. But then the other, and I think more relevant, is this is the class of 2027 who are going to come in as freshmen, right? And then you're going to have to develop those boys into men. So
But you should be able to do, though. You're a college coach. You have to have the people around you, right? You have to surround yourself, if you're Deion, with the right coaches. You're only as good as the coaches around you that can develop kids. That's why you get into this gig or a high school. ZB, you're coaching your kid right now. You're trying to develop him because you don't trust anybody else. I'd be the same way, right? I'm doing the exact same thing. And so for Coach Prime, maybe he does have the right staff now that can develop these kids, and that's why these kids want to come here in 2027.
That would be nice. You hear, and I'm sure you guys talked about it, unless you tried to bury it.
Oh.
Juju, you're referencing what they were doing last year on offense.
Yes. Oh, yes, we talked
my
about. Come on
gosh.
now,
Oh,
I'm not
my
burying
God.
anything
I
around
was
here.
going to say, especially when it comes to Pat Shermer, like put that thing up
Oh
on a
yeah,
cross.
I even put that up there.
Yes.
Come on, I was calling Schumer. I started messing his name up. How pissed I was.
Oh my God. I do believe they've taken a step forward, especially offensively on the coaching side. I thought Robert Livingston was pretty good. And so you have the Virginia Tech old coordinator?
Yeah.
So he's now heading up the defense. Now, what's interesting is they're landing these kids, and I've been critical of Deion not going on the road. I've been very critical of Deion Sanders.
You sound like you're going to take something back now. You sound like you're getting ready to apologize.
Well, here's the thing. It's a result-oriented business, right? And so you haven't delivered the results. Right, it's been under-delivered comparatively to.
But to be fair, man, my man was dealing with cancer last year. He was worried about surviving and not worried about the kids.
Okay.
That's my take on it.
That's okay. That's okay. And there's a lot to be said for that. But you also told me last year's team was better than the year before.
I did.
No. Deion told me that.
Okay, I was gonna say I did too.
So. Again, there's big promises, but I like the coaching staff. I like the approach. And if I'm going to be critical of Deion Sanders not going on the road recruiting like every other coach nearly in the country, but you're delivering the results, like whatever you're doing, as long as these kids end up in Boulder, it's starting to work maybe. We'll see.
There you go.
We'll see. You're
apologizing too because there's a guy that's not doing it. And that's your uncle.
And Uncle Kurt Signetti did not do home visits
because
he was playing in the national championship.
He's not doing. He's like, look, Google me, right,
dude? He did over 100 the previous year. If you think he's just stopping home visits, no,
he stopped.
No, he
Cold
was
turkey.
He was winning a national championship during the same window of time. All right, Bo Nix if Bo Nix, and this is a big if Bo Nix is going to take the next step in year 3, he has to improve in one crucial area that has gone severely under-discussed. That changes next.
Nikola Jokic says he'll sign next summer. But with $360 million on the line and no ink on paper, is the Nuggets front office feeling the heat?
Phil, if he doesn't sign this contract and he is watching the Denver Nuggets organizational moves to put him in a position to be successful, and those moves are to duck the luxury tax and the repeater tax and become less of a team that got beat in the first round anyway, you got humiliated by a team who got humiliated by another team that went on to lose. So you're not close. If the idea is to make the team worse to benefit more financially, and Jokic does walk, he would have been well within his rights to walk.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
It's home selling season. And what's the biggest mistake you can make when selling your home? Settling for less money. That never happens with Orchard. Low ball offers can wear you down, causing you to settle for thousands less. You don't have to settle when you sell with an Orchard agent. Orchard reinvented the real estate industry by guaranteeing your home sale. Their local agents help you sell on market for top dollar. First, Orchard gives you cash up front to buy and move into your new home first, on your timeline. No waiting, no showings, no double moves. Then, once you're settled in, your Orchard agent helps you sell your home on market for top dollar. Here's what one customer said. I went under contract within 24 hours of my home listing, which was amazing. With Orchard, you never have to settle for less. Buy before you sell and get top dollar for your home with Orchard. Curious how much your home is worth? Visit Orchard.com to get your free home valuation. That's Orchard.com.
Hey, it's Phillip Lindsay here. Do you need a new roof, gutters, or exterior needs? Monarch is your one-stop shop, backed by 16 years of experience and over 10,000 satisfied customers. Their in-house insurance team fights for you, and their white glove service means every detail is handled with care. Competitive pricing, award-winning craftsmanship, and the only roofer the Denver Broncos chose to endorse. A proud member of Team Dave Logan, make the call to your home team, Monarch Construction and Roofing, the official roofer of the Denver Broncos.
Colorado's 150th birthday. What do you even get the state that has everything? Wildflowers, sunshine, 4 seasons in a single day? Seems like that's covered. How about the new 150th birthday scratch game from the Colorado Lottery? It's loaded with $150 prizes for you and helps give back to Colorado's great outdoors. Happy birthday, old buddy. Don't remember you celebrating my birthday, but I guess you're the big shot here. new 150th birthday scratch. Must be 18 to play.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here from my friends at Xfinity. Usually when something sounds way too good to be true, it is. Imagine someone says you can cut your mobile bill in half. Sounds like a fantasy, but with Xfinity Mobile, it's a real deal. Because when you have Xfinity Internet, you can cut your mobile bill in half. Plus, try Xfinity Mobile free for a year, no commitment. That's a lot of streaming, sharing, scrolling, and whatever else you can do with your phone, all for half the price and none of the commitment. What that means, you'll save big over Verizon, AT&T, and T-Mobile. Now all you have to do is think about how you'll spend all that extra money. Call 1-800-XFINITY, go to XfinityMobile.com, or visit a local Xfinity store to switch today. Xfinity. Imagine that. Restrictions apply. Savings compare one line of Xfinity Mobile Select to comparable plans from T-Mobile, Verizon, AT&T as of 3/24/26. Taxes and fees extra. $30 monthly discount limited to new mobile customers only. After 12 months, regular rates apply.
Men, erectile dysfunction can affect much more than just your sex life. It can create stress in relationships, leading to feelings of anxiety or embarrassment, and impact your overall confidence and well-being. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, and we specialize in treating men's sexual health issues to help men find solutions that fit their individual needs. ED is a frustrating condition, and many men suffer for years without seeking treatment. But the good news is that if you're like most men, we have the answer. Our licensed medical providers will evaluate your specific medical situation and recommend a plan designed for you. And these advanced medical therapies work, with treatments having success rates of well over 90%, which means you and the one you love can have great sex again without the fear and worry of ED. You can even last up to an hour or more, and you may just find you're performing like you haven't in years. So call us. Your initial visit is just $99 and includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
House calls? It's 2026. Doctors and lawyers don't make house calls anymore, right? Not true, actually. At 303-LAW-4040, we always tell you about how we want to meet with you in person. Now, generally that means, yes, you come and meet my lovely wife, Kimberly, and I in our Denver Tech Center offices. But sometimes you're hurt, you're seriously injured. You're either still in the hospital or you can't move around, you don't have a car yet. And it's important to get a plan in place quickly when these things happen. So we'll come out, we'll do a house call. Heck, we had one house call recently. The dog came out and took a little ride in the DeLorean. It was fantastic. I'll bring the DeLorean to the house, but we're here to help. And actually, my lovely wife, Kimberly, says that's one of the best parts of the job is when we get to spend time together in somebody's living room, helping them out as they're in a tough spot because they were injured in an accident. So if you need us, go ahead, save that number in your phone, 303-LAW-4040. That's 303-LAW-4040.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan is brought to you by Aero Seal Colorado.
KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. Powered by Regen RX. It's The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay. Leading off with the big story of the day, here's The Drive with Zach By and Denver, Colorado's own Phillip Lindsay.
1 hour in the books. Quicker than a New York minute.
Here we go.
Hanging out with you here on a Wednesday. We are keeping one eye on the World Cup in the closing seconds here, and I can't believe how this thing has just unfolded.
Man.
England was in control, had a 1-0 lead, and in the, 85th minute?
85th, yeah.
The 85th minute, Argentina scores. And then about 5 minutes later, Argentina scores again and now has a 2-1 lead with single-digit minutes left.
Comeback kids, man, or the comeback men, I should say. They had to come back and beat Egypt, and people have a bunch of conspiracy theories out there that they're trying to help Argentina out. And now look at what they're doing against England.
They have been pulling a rabbit out of their hat all World Cup. And England has like the #1 reputation. They're almost like the Buffalo Bills of soccer. That like they've had good teams through the years, and they screw it up. They
don't know how to win.
They don't know how to get across the finish line, and this will only reinforce that thought. If this is how their World Cup journey ends, it's just twisting of the knife. That's dripping with their own history. I mean, goodness gracious, pretty dramatic to put it lightly. Okay, shifting gears here. I said if Bo Nix is going to take the next step in year 3, he has to improve in one crucial area that has gone way under discussed. All right?
So you're going to bring it up
yes.
to shed light on it, huh?
Yes, we talked about it last year during the season, but really haven't talked about this in a very long time. All right? When we talk about Bo's issues and the room for him to grow, right? He's far from a finished product. Off to an amazing start, but has a lot of work to do still. And we talk about maybe his frenetic nature, his busy feet, his unwillingness to stay in the pocket. He always wants to get out on the move. His accuracy with the ball. I mean,
sometimes decision-making as well, where
Sure.
we're looking at him like, Bo, when the hell was that? Forcing a ball that you don't need to force when the running back is wide open, taking the easy throw. That's just a young player that needs to develop a little bit more in the league and more time on task type of scenario there.
Totally. And it's completely normal. I mean, which among these young quarterbacks doesn't have work to do? They all have work to do. So this is not exclusive to Bo. But when we frame these conversations, we have to put it in park in one category because it's super fundamental and it's not going anywhere. Bo's got zone coverage issues. He's got zone coverage issues. Among 35 qualified quarterbacks, Bo Nix is 31st out of 35 in drop back success rate against zone coverage. Against man, 11th in drop back success rate. A massive delta between those two things. And I'm not even going to go through all the analytics because I just don't want to get too bogged down. But just trust me when I say, all right, trust me when I say.
You've earned the trust.
That every single quarterback category, every single one of them, takes a massive hit when you compare his performance from man to zone. He's one of the better. He's a top half of the quarterbacks in the league against man. He is quite literally one of the worst quarterbacks in the entire NFL when he plays zone coverage.
Well, two things to the man thing. One, man's a little bit easier because if, let's just say, Courtland Sutton beats his guy, easier throw. There's not another guy usually over the top to help out, stop Courtland from catching the ball. So it's a little bit easier because you know that there's not usually a safety over the top. And if there is, he's far enough away where you can kind of zip it in there. And also, when we're at camp, Z, the defense that Bo Nix goes against every single week during camp or every single day is VJ's defense. VJ loves to play man. All right, he doesn't play a lot of zone. Now, he will change it up here or there, but
Sure.
it's a lot more man
Sure.
for Riley, for PS2 to get the work. So all camp long, you're going to see Bo Nix playing against man coverage because the defense still needs to do their job and work on their craft, that you get used to that. Then all of a sudden, maybe that first game comes rolling around against the Kansas City Chiefs, and now Kansas City is playing zone. It's just a changeup. Now, with that being said, with Bo Nix, you have to stay in the pocket long enough for a play to develop in zone coverage. You have to let these receivers get to these spots, these holes in the zone, and sitting down and getting on the same page with them so that you can get those 10-yard passes, or maybe it's a 5-yard pass. But it starts with Bo trusting the offensive line and staying in the pocket, climbing that pocket, and making accurate passes.
Well, it's very interesting. You know that they're talking about this, right? I mean, if this is being,
yes.
and I'm pulling these numbers from ESPN. I mean, if ESPN's writers have them, right, the Broncos in their deep dive of, self-scouting, they know how glaring this is. Top half of the league quarterback against man, one of the worst in the entire league against zone. And if defenses have the ability to be multiple and go into zone more, they're only going to throw that at Bo.
They're going to disguise into it. They're going to make it look like it's man. Then at the last second, they're going to change into zone. This is why it's important to what you said earlier, ZB. Bo Nix and the offense must get to the line of scrimmage fast as possible.
Yes.
As fast as possible.
Yes.
So that you can diagnose what's going on, maybe do a hard count, get the defense to move a little bit to say, okay, I got your ass. I know you're going zone. Now I know, okay, my outlet might be the running back or it's going to be the tight end now, right? But getting to that line of scrimmage faster than what they have been doing, it's going to help Bo out. Now, this is another secret weapon that was just brought in. that when you go back and you look at the stats and the facts when it comes to Jalen Waddle has done a great job over the years in zone coverages because he's smart to find these little holes in the zone where he sits down, and he's small enough and shifty enough where he sits down, catches this ball, and then breaks the tackle for another 10, 15 yards. So adding Jalen Waddle to the mix with Courtland Sutton is just going to help Bo out.
Dude, you literally stole the thought from my head.
I was looking at your notes when you turned around, Z.
You literally I didn't even put that in here.
But it's in your head.
No, because what I was going to say, a little bit different from what you're saying, but it's in the same vein with Waddle.
Yeah.
Waddle has elite speed, and you're going to have opportunities to run him down the field and stretch safeties with him. And because he strikes so much fear because of this speed, when these safeties go with Waddle, it should stretch these windows open for players like Sutton and Troy Franklin and Pat Bryant, and make Bo's life a whole heck of a lot easier. They haven't had someone like Waddle on the football team over the last 2 years, and I'm imagining those zone windows just being elongated a little bit, stretched out.
Well, if you want the zone to be stretched out even more, imagine if Troy Franklin could get into the rhythm, into a groove with his speed.
Right.
Now, of course, Pat Bryant, and we all want Pat Bryant to do well, but you need Troy Franklin's speed out there. And if you have Waddle and Troy on the same side, and let's just say they open up, all of a sudden, you have Courtland coming down in the middle of the field, but before Courtland comes down in the middle of the field, I'm closing my eyes and envisioning this. You have Evan Ingram coming across the field. That opens the whole zone up. And now you have this big old hole in the middle of the defense, which this is where Davis Webb, Sean Payton, they want to hit. And now those are 15, 25-yard gains. You break a tackle, that's a 30, maybe even a touchdown because of the speed from Waddle, Troy Franklin, and you got to get someone like Evan Ingram, the tight end, involved as well, coming across the football field.
Well, that is one area of the field that they have been unable to really unlock here. And so when you can't hit the middle of the field, I mean, you have a fundamental problem.
Yeah.
And so hopefully between Bo Nix's growth, Davis Webb's, play calling, and the arrival of Waddle and his gravitational pull to stretch some of these zone windows open, it just makes Bo Nix's life a whole heck of a lot easier. And then it's like the domino effect. Like if you are hitting the middle of the field, man, it's like what comes after that? What's the corresponding move from this offense? So I definitely wanted to hit that because that is really glaring. His zone versus man splits. And then here's another thing that I wanted to touch on. We were talking a little bit yesterday about Sutton and Waddle and who would be the number one. And I think Courtland Sutton's going to be the number one. You think Waddle's going to be the number one. And
I thought you didn't want none of them to be number ones. You wanted them both to be number twos.
Yes,
everybody gets to eat.
That would work too. But I actually think that is going to be the setup. I do not think there's going to be some like demonstrative difference between targets between Waddle and Sutton. I don't. I think it's going to be damn close. And here's what I'll say: you go back and look at Sean Payton's career, okay? And you don't need to. I did it for us, okay?
Thank you. You know I don't like to read.
When it comes to spreading the ball around, how about this? Pay attention. Sean Payton has been a head coach in the NFL for 17 years. 14 years in New Orleans and 3 more here in Denver. Only one time in 17 years as a head coach and a play caller, only once has Sean Payton had a receiver account for more than 30% of the team's targets. How about this? Only twice in 17 seasons as Sean Payton as a head coach, has a receiver accounted for more than 30% of the team's receiving yards. So we have one time it happened where a player got more than 30% of the targets.
I guess it was Michael Thomas, right?
I thought the same thing.
Michael Thomas.
And then 2 times in 17 years has one receiver accounted for more than 30% of the team's receiving yards. It's not Sean Payton's offense. Sean Payton's offense is very democratic.
Well, I'll tell you this. The reason for that was they had a great run game. Alvin Kamara, and they had Mark Ingram. So a lot of times you were able to run the ball, but also they were really good out of the backfield catching the ball.
Sure.
So that you're dumping that ball down to Alvin Kamara, who's damn near a receiver, and now he's going for a 40-yard touchdown because he has that ability. So now it just kind of balances things out. If you want to have something like that happen for the Denver Broncos this year, they must run the football. And then it's going to open up Troy, and it would open up Pat Bryant and everybody else to do their job, and easier for them to get these balls if someone like J.K., R.J. Harvey, or Coleman come up big even in the pass game.
Well, we'll have to keep our eye on this theme here, this theme, because again we really talked about it a lot yesterday, so I don't want to have the same conversation. But this idea that Waddle's going to show up and get 12 targets a game and someone like Sutton is going down to 4, like, it ain't happening.
Well, this is competitive, though.
Very.
If Cortland wants 4 targets, then he better get his ass open because Waddle's going to get open, Z. Waddle's going to get open. And who is Bo going to want to go to? The open receiver. Isn't that something that we always talk about? Praise?
Sure.
Pat Bryant's another one. He gets open. He does a great job of getting open.
Yep.
Sitting in those zones when he's asked to do that. If you want balls this year, footballs that is, you got to get open. You must get open as fast as you can. The play has to develop a little bit faster. And, of course, Bo Nix needs to do his job. Stay in the pocket. It's long enough for it to develop.
Last year, Cortland Sutton got 124 targets. Second on the team was Troy Franklin with 104. So think about that. Sutton, in his 1,000-yard season in his resume, only got 20 more targets all season long than Franklin. That's how I think this is going to look this coming year, where someone like Waddle may get the 124 targets, and then there's Sutton right behind them with 104. I think it's going to be that sort of setup. And then for everyone else, for Franklin, for Pat Bryant, for Mims, it's a game of Tetris. You got to get in where you fit in. And so we'll see what that looks like Sunday in and Sunday out. But I think this is going to be closer to a everybody eats offense as opposed to a top-heavy force feed, I'll even put Sutton in there with Waddle.
I said force feed him.
I don't think it's going to go down like that. And Sean Payton's career says it doesn't go down like that.
You need the yin and the yang. You need that balance there. You add the rushing attack to the passing attack, and bada boom, bada bang, you have a great offense that stays on the field longer, that gives the defense rest, that can go down and march down in the fourth quarter to win the game. Maybe they start a little bit faster, having Waddle and Cortland, 2 number 1 receivers that are going to get open for you. And, of course, the run game, J.K., must stay healthy, as we all know.
Definitely. By the way, we were having the conversation yesterday about Bo Nix and his class, and it was a really fun conversation. I mean, it was a total rabbit hole. We were supposed to be talking about Peyton Watson, I think, and we just got so caught up. And the guys behind the glass were getting involved with it. It just became this spirited discussion between the 4 of us. If you missed it, go back and check it out. It was really fun. Yesterday, top of hour number 2, available on the Drive podcast at DenverSports.com, Spotify, iTunes, wherever you get your pods. But we were talking about, Dante asked the question behind the glass. He goes, what does Caleb Williams, or what does Bo Nix do better than Caleb Williams?
Yeah.
And I said a couple things. He's thrown more touchdowns. He's won more games. He takes less sacks. But the one thing I said was, I think he's a bit of a better athlete. And then it came to, maybe not better athlete, but a different kind of athlete. He's quicker with the ball in his hands.
Mm-hmm.
His game day speed is...
He has straight line speed.
He does.
Right?
He does.
Your faster just going straight, whereas Caleb Williams, and you compare him to a ballerina.
Yes.
Fits him well. So he's going through this. He could spin around a little bit.
It fits him well. Oh, wow.
And,
wow.
He can maneuver around. He's light on his feet.
That was actually pretty good, Phil. That was
I'm learning from you.
pretty good. Oh, that fits for him. Okay, I like that. Okay. That's good. Exactly. He's more graceful. He's more he's has these elegant movements where Bo is just sharper, and more straight line. So check this out. You can't make this up. And I don't know if someone was listening to our show, but Ian Hartitz of RotoWire, all right? He's got a huge following, big, fantasy football guy on Twitter. He's got 250,000 followers. He literally, for some reason, this was okay. No, excuse me. So this is on the 4th of last month. So this is on June 4th. Yeah, this is June 4th. He tweeted, fastest NFL quarterbacks in terms of top speed as ball carrier in 2025. All the quarterbacks in the league.
Yeah.
Okay? Fastest NFL quarterbacks in terms of top speed as a ball carrier last season, according to Next Gen Stats. Can't make this up. Number 1, Caleb Williams.
Caleb was flying, huh?
And number 2 was Bo Nix. How crazy is that?
I mean, they're both fast.
And they're both young.
And they're young. And their knees are still young and limber and all that. And it's going to help them out. That's their superpower. Until both of them can get comfortable being in the pocket, reading defenses, getting the ball out of their hands a little bit quicker, they're going to have to utilize their legs to get out of that pocket. So it's fun. And I remember Gen Stats, I as a running back, I had the highest speed.
Did you?
I had the highest speed, but then they went back and they said I got pushed into the speed. So I was already in stride, and somebody pushed me a little.
And that's when you hit the top speed?
Exactly.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I was tied with the top speed, but once I got pushed, it put me over the top, and so they took it away from me.
So they took it away from you?
Took it away from me, man.
Do you remember how fast it was?
It was 22-something. I was flying, man.
That is crazy.
I was like a cheetah.
22 miles per hour?
Yeah.
Push or not?
Got pushed.
Unbelievable. Shifting gears here a little bit, did you happen to hear what Colin Cowherd said?
Come on, Z. You know I heard that.
Okay, so like the bat signal went up, like someone criticized Lamar, and like Phil comes out of the house,
No,
like
Lamar,
sees the signal
Lamar
in the sky.
called me. He said, "Hey, man, I need a favor.
Oh,
but you can't
my
ask.
God.
You just got to come." I said, "All right, I got you. I already know what it is."
Whose car are we taking?
Whose car?
Yeah. So Cowherd officially sold his Lamar stock.
Like he does everything else. And then he comes back and he apologizes a month later like nobody, like he acts like nobody listens.
Well, I love this about Cowherd because he goes, people tell me I'm a flip-flopper. He goes, you're the weirdo that clings to your opinion. He goes, I change my opinion with new information. 2 years ago, I was not talking about Cortland Sutton like I am now.
Yeah.
Why? Well, I've watched a brand of football and a consistent level of play over the course of years where it's like, okay, like, and not that I was ever like Cortland needs to be cut or traded, but it was just like, man, are you sure he's earning this contract type deal? And new information, new opinions.
And now you're fighting for old court.
And now, yeah, I feel like I'm almost over-indexed. It is a crime. It was a crime. And it came out earlier today. They did the top 10. I'm not going to do that segment again.
It's a crime.
Cortland got slighted today by the ESPN anonymous poll by executives, coaches, and scouts.
Yeah.
He wasn't on the top 10. He didn't belong in the top 10. He wasn't in the honorable mention. He maybe shouldn't even belong there, somewhere right in there. But he wasn't top 16. And then when it came to other receiving votes, he didn't get votes. So he wasn't in the top 27 receivers in the league. And to me, that's just no. Like, he's the literal number one wide receiver in the NFL on 3rd and 4th down last year and the previous year.
Yeah.
Most explosive plays in the NFL on 3rd and 4th down this past season.
Players are showing him more respect on NFL's top 100
yes,
list than the coaches.
They are.
Scouts and executives.
That's very true. That's very true. So, but anyway, so I just used the Sutton example because that's like my tone is different because I have new information. Cowherd sold his Lamar Jackson stock today, and he said he was probably a year late. He probably hung on to it a little bit long, but this is what a sliver of this conversation sounded like this morning.
Take Bo Nix today in a fourth quarter come-from-behind situation. Bo Nix over Lamar Jackson. Why? Because the analytics and data tell you he's better. I watched Bo Nix go toe-to-toe with Josh Allen in a division round playoff game with a broken ankle. A kid against the best player in the league.
Now I see your face. Okay,
come on. Now, you know who had the broken foot was Josh during the game.
It was Josh Allen.
It wasn't Bo. Bo got hurt at the end there.
I know, and I saw your face change. I was going to do a house cleaning for Colin. The ankle break happened after.
Get Uncle right now.
Yeah. So, but how about that saying, I'd rather have the ball in Bo Nix's hands in the fourth quarter down a score than I would Lamar Jackson.
That's a damn shame.
Can you co-sign that?
I'm not co-signing that. I don't know what Uncle Colin's doing. He might be sipping on the syrup or something because that's insane right now, okay? The resume right now for Action Jackson. Why did they give that man that name? Because when the lights were the brightest, the man showed up.
Well, hold on. No, Phil, that's not true.
You could say the same than Josh did if that's how we're going to go that route.
No.
Why
can't.
not?
No, you can't. When you say he performed when the lights are the brightest, when is that? Is that the postseason or is that October?
It's regular season, the primetime games. It's in the playoffs.
Hold on a second.
Okay,
No.
Playoffs too.
Dude, these are big boy conversations. This guy's going to the Hall of Fame. This guy's going to the Hall of Fame.
So he is going to the Hall of Fame.
So now how he does on Monday Night Football is it's equivalent to the postseason?
It's a build-up. It's the big game.
Lamar Jackson in this era of NFL football has been the biggest playoff shrinker that we have seen.
And not Josh?
Phil, he went into the divisional round with the number 1 touchdown to interception ratio in NFL postseason history.
But we all know how that goes too, right? It takes 2 to tango.
They're not the same. This is not about Josh. You're trying to make it about Josh. It's not about Josh.
I'm not talking about Josh, but let's be real. We get to the playoffs. Who ends up dropping that football that if the tight end catches it, Mark Andrews, is that it was Mark?
Yeah, Mark Andrews.
They win.
Well, that's sports.
But everybody wants to go back and say that's Lamar's fault when the tight end drops the touchdown.
I wouldn't hold one play or one game against
But
Lamar,
it's the
but when I have a
playoffs,
6-year
Z.
sample size, dude, when the game's on the line, who would I rather have? The ball in their hands, Bo Nix or Lamar Jackson?
Z? Don't you
Phil,
piss me off.
I don't have to think about it.
Who?
Bo Nix. I would take Bo Nix at Oregon.
Hey, are you serious?
Bo Nix.
Oh my God!
Lamar Jackson. That's not who Lamar is. That's not who Lamar is.
What are you talking about? I'm glad you brought that up because I have stuff written down because I know your ass was going down that road. All right, 13 game-winning drives by Lamar Jackson. 13 game-winning drives
in his career.
Okay, in his career.
That's it. Bo had like 9 of them.
You
this
want to
year.
know why? Because with Baltimore, they always start fast, and a lot of times they finish strong. So a lot of times Lamar didn't have to have comebacks. They usually annihilated people's ass before they started going into the fourth quarter.
There's something to be said for that.
Oh, I know there is. I know there is.
No doubt.
But when you ask him to do it, there's game-winning drives. My man can go down there and have those game-winning drives.
Phil.
You don't mean that. You would not put Bo Nix over Lamar Jackson.
Yes, I would. I promise I would.
You're crazy.
I've seen Lamar shrink over and over, and he's not in the pool. He just shrinks. Dante, you got something real quick?
Yeah, I just want to point out Lamar Jackson probably had the best chance to dethrone Patrick Mahomes in the last 5-10 years here. AFC Championship game hosting it, and he put up 10 points, Phil.
Dude, that's who Lamar is. He shrinks.
So
great player.
No, don't give me that.
Great
Don't
regular
give me that.
season
Don't-
player. Like he's
don't
going to
give
go to the
me
Hall of Fame. He's got 2 MVPs.
Okay, so then
That's
Josh
his biggest moment, and he
hold on, tell
shrunk.
me this. So Josh Allen is
And he's
different?
had better teams than the Bills.
Hold on.
That year. It was actually the first time in NFL history that it was the year that the player won an MVP with the number 1 defense in the league and lost and didn't make it to a Super Bowl.
It's funny that you're always giving excuses to Josh, but
I don't give excuses to Josh.
Joe Burrow got to a Super Bowl with a team like the Bengals.
Joe Burrow is a bad dude, and if you want to say he's the baddest dude walking the planet right now,
would
you
never say
can.
that.
But
You
I
would
would
never say that.
No, I could because I do think that's Allen. But I certainly wouldn't confuse that with Lamar.
Oh,
But
all
good
Lamar
for
does is
Coward.
win. All
But-
Lamar does is put up stats. Everybody said the man should be a running back. Why is that? We all know why.
he puts up great stats. He
puts
does.
the touchdowns. He can throw. He can run. The man was hurt last year.
And then the postseason starts.
The man was hurt last year.
He turns into a pumpkin.
Oh.
What did Colin say? I just want to hear it one more
Take
time.
Bo Nix today in a fourth quarter come from behind situation. Bo Nix over Lamar Jackson. Why? Because the analytics and data tell you he's better.
And my eyes.
I watched Bo Nix go toe-to-toe with Josh Allen in a division round playoff game with a broken ankle.
All right, we need to
A
cut that
kid
last
gets
part.
blamed-
Let's cut that last part off.
It wasn't Uncle Colin out on Bo? Wasn't Colin out on Bo?
He kind of was.
Talking about how like Sean Payton could restart with the quarterback position.
Yeah, they could draft another quarter. I made a video about that. Yeah.
You got in trouble too.
Go watch it on Instagram.
Go follow CB.
All right. Hey, speaking of quarterbacks, Pat Mahomes talked today about the odds of him playing against the Broncos in Week 1 prime time. You'll hear from Patty next.
They're back. Our free limited edition Training Camp 2026 t-shirts. We'll have 5 drops this year at various Santiago's Mexican restaurants across the metro area starting July 16th. Limit 1 per person while supplies last. For more details and to find the location nearest you, head to DenverSports.com/shirt.
Hey guys, it's Mark Schlereth. I just made one of the best decisions of my life. I got rid of my glasses. I went to Cutarelli Vision and had refractive lens exchange, RLE. I wore glasses for distance vision, but I got to that inevitable point in life where I was always needing those reading glasses just to do about anything, and half the time I couldn't find them. Seeing menus, texting, reading my computer, or studying film, it was a struggle. But now I see the world perfectly, near and far, without any glasses, thanks to Cutarelli Vision RLE, the perfect permanent solution to spending your good active years not needing reading glasses. And here's the cherry on top. You'll never develop a cataract. Dr. Cutarelli is Colorado's most experienced with over 90,000 vision correction procedures. You can trust him to know if it's the right time for you and RLE. Schedule your free Zoom consultation at coloradorle.com. Cutarelli Vision, RLE, no readers, glasses, or contacts, or cataracts. coloradorle.com.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Ask yourself this question. Is it really worth holding on to that timeshare that you know you need to get rid of? Here's the truth. The average maintenance fee just went up over 17%. That could have been 117%, and there's nothing you can do about it. When you buy a timeshare, you give them a blank check for annual maintenance and assessment fees. I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. For 15 years, I've helped over 50,000 families cancel their timeshare. Not sell it, not transfer it, cancel it. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment and your maintenance fees would never go up? That's a lie. Are you ready to get rid of your timeshare once and for all? Simply call us and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit that explains all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your timeshare exit kit. 800-822-1490. That's 800-822-1490. 800-822-1490.
On BritBox, there is a place where stories twist like cobblestone roads, grand manners hide secrets, and stakes are higher than seaside cliffs. Find places worth getting lost in on BritBox. Watch new series like The Other Bennett Sister from the world of Jane Austen and A Woman of Substance starring Golden Globe winner Brenda Blethyn. If you want to get away, you're in the right place. Stream the best of British TV on BritBox. Free trial at BritBox.com.
From the FIFA World Cup to competitive business environments, grand ambitions lead to game-changing achievements. At Bank of America, we're there to support businesses at every step, providing insights and expertise to help you gain an edge.
He shoots, he scores!
What would you like the power to do? Explore winning business solutions at BofA.com/gamechangers. Bank of America, official bank of the FIFA World Cup 2026.
Hey, that's not bacon grilling. That's your living room at 2 p.m. If your home heats up every summer, your windows might be the reason. Infinity by Marvin Windows protect your home from UV rays, solar heat, and help lower energy bills all summer long. Colorado homeowners have trusted Gravina's Window Center of Littleton for 50 years. Right now, you can save 25% on Infinity by Marvin Windows. Visit them at windowsforyourhome.com. That's windowsforyourhome.com.
In Colorado, relationships matter. That's why contractors across the Front Range choose Western Pacific for doors and millwork. 35 years of quality products, next-day delivery, and fast will call service. Visit GoWestPack.com. Western Pacific, local ownership, professional expertise.
I'm Rob Wilhite of the Wilhite Law Firm. A lot of new firms aren't even from Colorado, but we are. For 47 years, we've known Colorado law, we've fought for our neighbors, and we won for our community. If you've been injured, call 303-GOOD-LAW.
Hi, Dan Cicchini, Done Right Home Improvements. For an 8% scheduling incentive and a special financing rate of 0% APR with 72 equal monthly payments, go to drhi.com. Kitchens, baths, counters, and floors, finished basements, windows, and doors. You have our word, we'll treat you right at Done Right.
The new 2026 Honda CR-V was built for Colorado, and July is the perfect time to get one at Champ Honda. Whether you're crushing and cruising city streets or heading into the mountains, the CR-V delivers the comfort and capability you need all summer long. Champ Honda has the largest inventory since before COVID, so you have plenty of great options to choose from. And with their one price, one person, 1 hour philosophy, you know you'll be treated fairly with no games and no hidden charges. And remember, they never charge dealer handling fees.
Hi, this is Larry Jager with SCL Mortgage. We can offer you the best loan program at the best rate available. Whether you are purchasing, refinancing, or interested in a second mortgage, visit myspecialmortgage.com or call 303-790-2222 and MLS number 1200716.
Summer weather can be full of surprises. If your home has been affected by the recent storms, trust a local professional roofer with decades of combined experience. Golden Spike Roofing is here for all your repair or roof replacement needs. Call today for a free inspection and estimate for roofing done right down to the last nail.
Call Golden Spike Roofing when your roof needs a fix. 303-942-1386. Golden Spike Roofing.
What's up, everybody? Phillip Lindsay here. If degenerative joints are trapping you in pain, then you need to go see my friends at Regen RX in Denver, because they can help you reclaim your freedom to move, to explore, and live life on your own terms. Their natural stem cell and PRP therapy uses your body's own healing power to set you free. Pain-free, that is. So get your free consultation today and give them a call at 303-630-9770, or you can visit them online at regenrx.co. And right now, you can get 50% off of your first shockwave therapy treatment in July. So give them a call again at 303-630-9770.
Want to partake in our contests? Check out the rules at DenverSports.com. Listen up, Denver. This hour's keyword is advantage. ADVANTAGE. Text advantage to 303-713-1043 right now for your chance to win a $250 gas card. That's advantage to 303-713-1043.
By texting, you agree to receive an automated marketing message from Denver Sports 1043 The Fan. Message and data rates may apply. For complete rules or to enter the keyword online, visit www.denversports.com/keyword.
Every day at 3:30, the drive comes off the top rope to hit you with a 1, 2, 3.
Finally, The Rock has come back to Denver.
Tape your wrists, stretch your spandex, and oil your hair. Here's Zach and Phil with today's 3 count on the drive.
All right, let's come off the top rope with it. All righty. So, it is the 3 count. All right, one of our favorite parts of the day, presented by our friends at Homestrong, Colorado's foundation repair and concrete experts. Patrick Mahomes doing an interview today. Do you have that back there? Is it?
What does Pat have to say? That he's going to sit down for a little while, let his knee rest? Too scared to play the Denver Broncos? Too scared of Nick Bonito? I would say Jonathan Cooper. We don't know about that situation, so maybe it's Jonah Ellis.
I think we kind of do know about the Cooper situation, though. I think he's just going to play.
Like nothing to see here, huh?
Like it's going to be handled next offseason.
Okay, so Jay Coop, Nick Bonito, dynamic duo back in action probably? Maybe? Possibly?
Maybe. I think so, though. But Mahomes doing an interview today. He was asked the question about week 1.
Oh, my calendar is circled for week 1 of the NFL season. I know Chiefs fans' calendars are circled for when the Denver Broncos come to town. Can we expect to see you out there week 1?
Yeah, that's my goal. I mean, I've said that since the beginning, is being ready to go week 1. I can't predict the future, and I know that it's a long process. It's not just my decision, but at the same time, I'm going to give the doctors and the coaches every single opportunity they can to let me be out there week 1. And I don't want to miss that game, because that's the team that won the division while we were gone. And you want to be out there and ready to go with your teammates. And so I'll give it every single thing I can to be out there week 1. And hopefully the doctors and the coaches give me the green light, and I'm able to go out there with my guys and compete against one of the best teams in the league.
Yeah, he's playing.
No, he's not.
He's playing.
No, he's letting you know right there like he wants to. But there was a little bit of like doubt too from himself, because he doesn't know if his knee is quite ready, and you don't want to go out there versus a dominant defense like the Denver Broncos and hurt it right off the bat. And also, he may not have any say. The Chiefs just gave that man over $500 million, restructured his deal, right?
Yeah,
Gave him a little bit more money on top.
Yep.
So are you going to let your franchise quarterback that has helped you go to 5 Super Bowls, win 3 of them, go out there and play right away when you guys probably don't feel comfortable with that? That's you guys, right?
I don't know.
The organization has to take care of the players and save the player from themselves. I don't believe he's going to be out there, Z.
Now, didn't we make a bet about this?
I thought you were a little scared. You wanted to wait a little longer than we were going to make the bet.
Did we make a bet, guys?
We definitely did, because I think you and I were on the thing, and actually Dante may have been as well, that he's playing. And Phil's like, no, he's not playing. I think 3 of us adamantly said, he's playing.
He's not playing.
He's playing.
Sorsby's not getting drafted. So you want more? You want more? You guys want to bet? What's the bet? What's the bet?
Yeah, I don't know what it was.
Yeah, I don't know if we ever determined actually what the end result was, but there was definitely a bet.
Yeah, I think we agreed to make a bet. We just never actually built the parameters of what it was going to be.
If Patrick Mahomes plays, I'll take you guys to Shanahan's. But if he doesn't, you guys are taking me to Shanahan's. 3 times.
Ooh. Wait, no, 3 times? No, we're not doing any of that.
1, 2, 3, because you guys are going to try to put your...
No.
It's going to be like rookie, Rookie hazing. I'm getting ready to run that bill up.
Wait, hold on a second. So if Mahomes plays on Monday Night Football against the Broncos,
yeah,
you will take me, Drew, and Dante to Shanahan's?
Yes.
And if Mahomes does not play, we take you to Shanahan's?
Yes.
Or I take you to Shanahan's,
No.
then Dante?
Yes, then Dante.
3
then
one-on-ones?
3 one-on-ones.
Dante will buy an appetizer or something.
A romantic dinner.
Oh, my God.
All right, Dante, we could go somewhere else if you don't want to go to Shanahan's.
No,
I like Shanahan's.
No, we all go together, and we pay for you.
Oh, no, that's not fair.
How about this? The bet will be between me and you, okay? If Mahomes plays, you take us all to Shanahan's.
Okay.
If Mahomes doesn't play, I will take us all to Shanahan's.
All right. We got you.
Is that fair?
Is that
For the guys
fair?
behind the glass?
Super fair. Yeah, we have no problem with that. We're good.
Let's go.
Yeah. All right.
I was going to suggest like pizza. Just bring it into the studio one day.
You want pizza? That makes it easy for us.
Oh, my gosh. All right. That's the bet then.
I want some calamari.
That's the bet.
A little bit of red wine and dine. Where we going to go? We get a dessert too?
We can get a dessert, yeah.
I'm going to get Patrick Mahomes on this phone.
All right. That's the bet. Next in the 3 count.
1, 2.
All right, what a World Cup we have, man. Unbelievable. England with a 1-0 lead, 1-0 lead. 85 minutes in.
Yeah.
Argentina scores, knots up the game. Messi puts it on the like through a coin slot. Like the precision of Messi's setup.
He did that a couple times today.
Holy smokes. And he just places it perfectly on a dime for the game-winning header. Argentina survives. They've been living like this, on a prayer all World Cup. And here they are again. And England, and I called them the Buffalo Bills of soccer. They have this history of like being good and not winning these big games. And the fact that they had a 1-0 lead 85 minutes in for a trip to the World Cup final and they lose. Holy jumping. I mean, this is legendary stuff. And Messi, his legend only grows.
Yeah, now everybody, like my wife is upset. Obviously, my wife's from Portugal, so she wants Ronaldo. And now that Messi.
Was she born there?
So her father was.
Her father was, okay,
yeah. And so, yeah, for Messi, it's just like building that resume even bigger and has a chance to win again. And they're a chippy team that plays the right way, but they also play with so much passion. And I think they're getting ready to upset Spain.
You think so?
Oh, yeah.
Man, I think the other shoe has to drop, I think, at some point. But here they are in the final. Any thought there behind the glass, guys, of what we witnessed here this afternoon?
Dude, I'm shocked, but yet I shouldn't be shocked at what we saw Argentina do yet again today. I mean, they've been just like living by a thread this entire tournament, and you're like, man, eventually the other shoe's going to drop, and they're going to lose this thing, and they just keep on finding ways to win. Like it's been incredible. This World Cup has been incredible. It sucks that it's about to end on Sunday.
Yeah,
crazy. Yeah, it's been super fun. All right, finally in the 3 count.
1, 2, 3.
All right, you see when the Avs are starting their season? This is, it feels weird to me because I followed hockey for just nearly 3 decades working on it here. And they're going to host the Los Angeles Kings in September. Hockey season starting in September, the same month as the NFL. Like, are you kidding me? So the league has a new 84-game schedule, not 82 games. And that bumps things up. It's September 30th. The Avs will take on their first-round playoff opponent in Los Angeles at Ball Arena. The game will be on TNT. The puck will drop just after 8 o'clock. This will be the 3rd time in 4 seasons that the Avs start their Stanley Cup campaign against the Kings, which is just kind of weird.
Look at hockey. Hockey's trying to compete with the NFL right now. David versus Goliath. That's what it looks like right now, huh? So the Avs playing in September. I mean, we're definitely going to be tuned in.
Of course. I'll probably be there.
Unless there's a Bronco game going on.
Yeah, we'll see. But, yeah, a Avs regular season game starting in September. That is bizarre. But I'm not even mad. Let's just get the season going. Let's just get it going.
Betsy's going to be the head coach. He needs to get his footing back since ZB wanted to fire him, so he needs to prove himself, right?
I thought they could use a change of voice. I did, after they once again have not won a game beyond the second round since winning the Stanley Cup. But there's nothing to see here. It was a great season,
Nothing to see here, baby.
everyone just loved it. And
Said a great season.
It was a great. That's what Sakic said. It was great. All right, there's a knock at the Rockies' door, and when you peek through, you see it's the New York Yankees. We'll talk about it next.
Bo Nix led the league in game-winning drives, took Denver to the AFC Championship.
Let's go, Bo Nix!
And that was year 2.
Let's go, Bo Nix!
Now he's fully healthy. Jalen Waddle is in the building, and the same O-line is back for a 3rd straight year. So what's the one thing everyone's going to notice the moment training camp opens?
Here's the biggest thing I think people are going to notice right away as we get into training camp and on into the preseason. You're going to hear this phrase a lot. Get ready for it. You ready? Here's the line. All right, give it to me.
It looks like the game's slowing down for him. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Jane is a small business owner.
That's right.
And tell them what that's like, Jane.
Yeah, well, it's like a roller coaster with a lot of ups and downs, and some days things can feel like they're flying off the rails.
Yep, it's a lot. But the Total Solutions Advantage only from Comcast Business can help you manage it all. With the largest, fastest fiber-powered network designed for 100% reliability with business internet and wireless connect. Plus gig speeds with security and equipment included. All with a 5-year price lock.
Nice. So everything stays on track.
Exactly. The Total Solutions Advantage. Get started for just $60 a month for 12 months when you add wireless connect to a qualifying internet package. No one does business like Comcast Business.
Limited time offer. Restrictions apply. New customers only. 1-year agreement, paperless billing, and automatic payments with bank account required. $60 offer requires 300 meg internet, security edge, and additional qualifying service. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Zach here. General contractors, are you tired of working with 8 different subs for a single project? Homestrong is the answer. Their crews handle excavation, foundations, waterproofing, crawl spaces, and flat work. Visit buildhomestrong.com. You'll never go wrong with Homestrong.
Progressive knows it ain't easy navigating the open plains of home insurance, but there is one man who can help tame that wild herd of options. The Home Quote Explorer.
Note, Progressive's Home Quote Explorer is not a real person, but an online tool that lets you compare home insurance.
He's the type of fella who helps you decide on the right insurance, even if it ain't with him.
Again, not a person, just an online tool that helps you find great home coverage.
A real pioneer.
Okay, fine. Just do the thing. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers. Comparison rates not available in all states or situations.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
July is America's 250th birthday, so declare your independence from low testosterone at Low T Center. Start with a free T test, stay on the treatment for 90 days, and receive $250 back. It's the Low T Center, 250 for 250. Celebrating freedom. Visit them at fixmylowt.com. That's fixmylowt.com.
If you're considering sedation dentistry and want to learn more about it, Clarkson Dental can help. When it comes to your health, you want to make sure you know all the details. The highly trained professionals at Clarkson Dental have your answers. Learn more at coloradosedation.com.
Hey, it's Mike Evans with all these Bluebird days in Colorado. Enjoy the view through energy-efficient windows from Bluebird Windows and Doors. Through July, it's their Buy More, Save More event. Save up to 20% on your window and door projects. And when you mention you heard it from me, you'll save an extra 5%. Bluebird's family-owned, serving the Front Range for over a decade with windows, doors, and siding built for Colorado's harsh climate. Financing is available. Visit GoBluebirdCo.com. Bluebird Windows and Doors. Make today a Bluebird day.
When disaster hits your home, it's game time. Water in the basement, fire damage, mold creeping in. Don't sit on the sidelines. Call Able. Able Restoration is your first-round draft pick for emergency response, mitigation, and full rebuild. We move fast, protect your property, and fight for you with insurance start to finish. This isn't practice. This is your home. And when it's time to step up and protect what matters most, bring Able to the table. Call 303-590-5600. That's 303-590-5600. Go Able. Bring Able
To the table.
You know that feeling, sitting at the kitchen table, staring at a stack of bills, wondering how you got here? Credit cards, car payments, subscriptions you forgot about. It all piles up. But here's the thing. If you own a home, you're sitting on the answer. American Financing can help you declutter your monthly bills into a single manageable payment. Their salary-based mortgage consultants look at your entire financial picture, not just one piece, all right? The average customer savings is $800 a month. You may delay 2 mortgage payments and may close in as fast as 10 days. Guys, there is never any upfront fees or obligation with American Financing. This is a family-owned lender, not one of those big banks where you're just a number. So pick up the phone and start that conversation at 303-695-7000. That's 303-695-7000, or simply visit them online at AmericanFinancing.net. NMLS 182334, NMLSConsumerAccess.org.
One Wheel Broncos talk. Cecil Lammy and Andrew Mason bring the heat on Orange and Blue Today. The most passionate intelligence and in-depth Broncos coverage in the game. Weekdays at 5 p.m. on the Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan YouTube channel. Hit subscribe at Denver Sports 104.3 and never miss another take. Orange and Blue Today, powered by Ramos Law, official injury law firm partner of the Denver Broncos. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan presents The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay.
There's a knock at the Rockies' door, and it may be the New York Yankees who's doing the knocking.
Uh-oh. What do the Yankees want? What do you want with us?
You know who they want?
Who do you want?
They want the Rockies' best player.
There we go.
They want Hunter Goodman. According to USA Today's Bob Nightingale, who has covered Major League Baseball forever, all right, the Yankees have interest in the Rockies' all-star catcher. And good for Goodman last night, once again experiencing the All-Star game for a second straight year. The first time that a Rocky has gone to the All-Star game in back-to-back years since Nolan Arenado, Trevor Story, Charlie Blackmon. So that's a handful of years ago now. And just to be in that environment, I can't imagine, rubbing shoulders with all those stars. Just a cool experience. He didn't do, much, lined out. I took him 25-1 to win MVP.
Why not?
Hoping that, we could, lightning would strike twice after Elias Diaz 3 years ago did it. Now, it should be noted, so I say the Yankees apparently, according to Bob Nightingale, have interest in Goodman. What's noteworthy is the Rockies added 2 catchers last week with their first 4 draft picks. All right? Now, Goodman is at the All-Star break with 27 home runs, 51 RBI, hitting .254 with an OPS of .863. And what's marvelous about his power numbers is that 18 of his 27 homers have come away from Coors Field. That is very atypical for a Colorado Rocky. It's actually the most pre-All-Star break road homers by a Rocky ever, passing Hall of Famer Larry Walker, who had 16 road bombs before the break in his MVP season. So think about that. Hunter Goodman has hit more home runs away from Coors Field at the All-Star break than Hall of Famer Larry Walker did in his MVP season. That is nuts.
And that's what you want to see from a young guy who's 26 years old, a young guy that you can build around. Yes, he's a catcher, but he's actually flexible where he can't go to first base. He can be a designated hitter. Like, he's what you want here if you're a Colorado Rocky, right? The organization. And now you build around a younger guy like that with other young players. Now, for the Yankees, they're coming in. They want to take that man away from us. They did that with Ryan McMahon. Now, with Ryan McMahon, he was a little older. I can understand that. But now the Yankees want to kind of circle back and get another younger player. And I don't know if I feel good about that. Because if I'm looking at this, if I'm the Rockies, it's like if I give up Hunter Goodman, then I better get a couple top 100 prospects in return for the farm system, right? That's what we're building for, especially pitchers.
Yeah.
I'm only going to go out there and get some pitchers. Which, ZB, I was looking up, doing some research. You'd be proud of me.
I am.
The Yankees don't have pitchers
that
we would want.
No, they don't.
So why the hell would we make a deal with the Yankees?
Yeah, they have one that's 25 years old. They're just not going to trade him. It doesn't make a lot of sense to do a deal with the Yankees, despite their interest in Hunter Goodman, because of the fact that you just brought up. I was going to mention it. You beat me to it. I mean, that's what's going on here. If you're going to trade Hunter Goodman, who is under team control here for like literally years to come, because he's playing on a 1 year. I brought Hunter Goodman up last year when we were having the conversation, who's got the best contract in Denver sports.
Yeah.
And I said, Hunter Goodman, look at his numbers. He's making less than $1 million. Like, this is unbelievable. Once again, right? Think about this. Hunter Goodman has the most road homers at the All-Star break in the history of the franchise, and this man is playing on a 1 year, $810,000 deal. And he's got 3 arbitration years to come if the Rockies don't end up working out a long-term deal for Goodman. So that's good. If you're another team, like a player of that caliber who's proven, like, he's not a Coors Field, he's not, a manufactured player.
Yeah, he's not just like he does well at home, Coors Field. Like, he can do it in any ballpark.
Yeah. And so the fact that box is checked, plus team control for years to come, could be very desirable for another team. But like you said, I don't think they can make a move if it's not to invest in the pitching and the big picture long-term pitching prospects. Because here's the reality. And by the way, the Rockies are on pace for a 23-game improvement year over year. Now, two things can be true at the same time. They're way better than they were, but they're also coming from the lowest place ever.
Yeah, they're still bad.
So, but they're scrappy, all right? And they're just more fun to watch, just anecdotally. But here's the reality. Colorado's pitchers, as a collective, rank dead last in Major League Baseball in ERA, in WHIP, in strikeout percentage, opponent batting average, on base percentage, and slugging percentage.
They're just not good.
They're the worst. They're actually the worst. So, yeah, you can't let go a young talent like Hunter Goodman, who seems to be a cornerstone, unless you're getting a haul of picks, top prospects that throw the ball, that are pitchers.
So you would still get rid of Goodman if something like that comes our way. 2 top 100 prospects. You would be okay with that, specifically pitchers?
It would have to be pitchers, and they would have to be, like, legitimate prospects. I'm not going to put a number on it, where they would have to be, but they would have to be looked at as, like, real, like, man, there's some blue-chip talent here that's worth letting go of this guy.
And so for the Rockies, like, yeah, you might field these calls because you want to see how much interest is in Hunter Goodman. But if I'm the Rockies, I'm not the one calling people. I don't want to get rid of Hunter Goodman. Mickey Moniak, although I think that the man is really good, he's making himself some money. Somebody like that, I can see where you feel that call, or you call another team, try to get something for him. Try to, weasel in a top 100 prospect. Maybe you could try to get a top 50 prospect, which won't happen. But I would get rid of somebody like Moniak because he's on the older side, and he's not going to be a part of the 2033 Colorado Rockies.
Yeah, and just to piggyback on that, all of the Rockies' top 6 players in the MLB pipeline rankings are positional players. None of their pitchers are in MLB pipeline's top 100. So, all right, we'll continue to kind of monitor that situation and see if some reports come out about, like, real trade talks. Okay, we'll put a pin in that for now. All right, the season forecast for the CU Buffs isn't very bright, according to the experts. But what are they saying about CSU under Jim Mora? That's next.
They're back. Our free limited edition Training Camp 2026 t-shirts. We'll have 5 drops this year at various Santiago's Mexican restaurants across the metro area starting July 16th. Limit 1 per person while supplies last. For more details and to find the location nearest you, head to DenverSports.com/shirt.
Health care from my local hometown team, ROX Rocks Heating and Air. Don't get fooled by out-of-state private equity corporations that are buying local HVAC companies, offering higher prices, bad service, and shady sales tactics. Don't trust your home to someone out of state when you have the best company right here in town. ROX are experts in local energy rebates and tax credits to save you money only at ROX Rocks Heating and Air. Now play that jingle.
HVAC service, installation, repair. ROX Rocks Heating and Air.
Hey, what's up, guys? Zach here, talking to the fellas. If you're feeling tired, foggy, gaining weight, losing motivation in the gym, or your sex drive isn't what it used to be, don't just write it off as getting older. Low testosterone can start affecting men as early as their 30s, and it happens gradually, and then before you know it, you just don't feel like yourself anymore. At Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, their licensed medical team specializes in treating low T and men's health concerns with advanced strategies like TRT, GH peptides, NAD+, GLP-1, and more, helping men improve energy, sleep, body composition, focus, performance, and confidence. And getting started is simple. Visit RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com and take their low T quiz or schedule a $99 consultation that includes your medical consult, testosterone test, and PSA test. They'll draw your blood. They'll have the results within about 30 minutes. Guys, they have 5 locations in Colorado to serve you: Fort Collins, North Denver, Central Denver, Castle Rock, and down in the Springs. All right, so help is close by. So call them, 720-440-7900, or visit them online at RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
Featured therapies are compounded and have not been evaluated nor approved by the FDA. Provider prescription required. See website for details.
Hi, thanks for calling Uline.
Wait, did the phone even ring?
Nope.
Okay, so you answered before the ring. But now you're going to put me on hold, right?
We don't do that here. We're real people answering the phone, ready to help with your order when you are.
Uline has thousands of quality products for your business and warehouse needs, always in stock, ready to ship same day, and backed by Uline's legendary 24/7 customer service. Uline, we warehouse for you.
Hey, Colorado, set the summer trend. Get a 30% point-of-sale discount on all new electric lawnmowers, trimmers, and leaf blowers statewide. Ditch the gas for powerful battery packs and breathe easier. Quieter equipment also means you can hear your go-to radio show while you mow. But don't wait. This hot deal only lasts through the end of the year. Learn more at simplestepsbetterair.org. Again, that's simplestepsbetterair.org.
This feeling is brought to you by Aleve for Arthritis Pain Relief. What feeling is that? Well, it's the feeling you feel when you have relief from arthritis pain. It's that my hands don't hurt just holding things feeling. That, wow, I can actually move well feeling. You know, that go about your day without worrying about every little movement or ache feeling. Oh, yeah. Because Aleve targets arthritis pain at the source of inflammation for long-lasting relief, so you can keep moving through it. Feel up to 12 hours of arthritis pain relief with 1 dose. Feel Aleve. Use is directed for minor arthritis pain.
Back to school starts now. Get long-lasting battery life on the Dell XPS laptop powered by Series 3 Intel Core so you can work from anywhere. Now starting at $699 with exclusive student pricing starting at $599. Complete your setup with savings on select monitors and must-have electronics and accessories. Limited time deals and free shipping on PCs and more await you at Dell.com/deals. That's Dell.com/deals.
Are you stuck in rush hour traffic? You may be entitled to $1 sliders and fries at Arby's. Contact Arby's for more info about $1 sliders and fries between 2 and 6 p.m. with the purchase of any regularly priced food item only at participating Arby's.
Arby's, we have the meat.
Skip this year's front porch roofing circus and bring in the local professionals.
Visit us at DenverRoofPros.com.
No matter if it hails, rains, or snows, nobody knows your roof like the Denver Roof Pros. Hey!
It's the most wonderful time of the year at Staples. They've got back-to-school supplies as low as 25 cents, up to 40% off select tech, and more at staples.com/back-to-school. Staples, that was easy.
This segment on The Fan is brought to you by Homestrong, Colorado's foundation repair and concrete experts.
KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. Powered by Regen RX. It's The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay. You're listening to The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
All right, shifting gears here. The season forecast for the CU Buffs isn't very bright, according to the experts.
What do the experts know? They're not experts. They think they are.
You know, sometimes they don't know much. You know, they can just get it wrong.
Yeah.
And I'll give you a recent example of how they got it wrong here in just a couple minutes. But before we get to that, all right, the CSU forecast. All right, you're starting to see polls and things come out. I mean, we're on the doorstep of college football being back.
Man, I'm ready for it.
I am so excited for this coming college football season. And there's just been so much change and a reset landscape, and I can't wait to attack all things college football. Really America's second favorite sport by the numbers, after only NFL football. So the forecast for CSU under Jim Mora. All right, I'm pretty fired up. You know that. I think Jim Mora is going to do great stuff here. But how soon? Athlon Sports, which has covered college football for years, all right, the National College Football Magazine, the projection for 2026, all right, has CSU. So the Pac-12 is coming back. The Pac-12 has 8 teams, all right? None of this stuff makes sense anymore. Pac-12 has 8 teams. The Big 12 has 16 teams.
Let's go Pac-8 now. Wasn't it like that?
It was.
Pac-8 or Pac-10?
It was definitely Pac-10. I think it was Pac-8 once upon a time as well, yeah. So we're back to the Pac-8 with the name Pac-12. And Athlon Sports, the National College Football Magazine, projects CSU to finish 7th in the 8-team league. All right? They do have tight end Juice Vereen as a first-team all-conference player, so keep your eye on him up there in Fort Collins. The magazine projects Boise State to beat San Diego State in the Pac-12 title game. It does not project a bowl appearance for the Rams. That's Athlon Sports. There's a guy, Phil Steele, who I have followed for close to 20 years. He is a legendary college sports writer, and he has also picked CSU to finish 7th in a league of 8 teams. Now, one of the things he pointed out that I wanted to mention is that there are currently only 8 career starts on the offensive line total at CSU.
So this is going to be a young team that we just don't know a lot about. We talk about Colorado, but CSU's the exact same way. Jim Mora, and we all know Jim Mora. I played against him multiple times, especially when he was with UCLA. Always had his teams ready to go. Fundamentally sound. They're tough. They're going to play really good defense, and they're going to be creative offensively as well. And then, of course, Mora going to Connecticut and turning that program around.
Incredible.
You know, you got to put respect on the man's name.
No doubt about it. I mean, he is he's a fixer, all right? And this is why he's at CSU. CSU went 2-10 last year.
Oof.
Okay?
Gonna be having to do a lot of fixing over there.
The strength of CSU seems to be, from my vantage point, the defensive line. Okay? My guy Phil Steele, which we can have him on the show maybe a little bit closer to season.
He actually put me on the cover 2015 or 2016 year.
No way.
Yes, and that was the first time I've ever had myself on the cover of a magazine, and I walked into the store, and there I am. Any college football player could have been on it. Baker Mayfield, and I was on the front page of it. So, like, I always remember that. I'll have to bring it in, man.
You do need to bring that in.
If we ever have him on, you know, we could, like,
yeah,
talk,
we'll
say thank you for that.
No, we follow each other on social media. I got introduced to Phil Steele probably, I've been here for 10, so maybe like 15, 16, 17 years ago. I was reading his preview for a small Division I football conference called the Northeast Conference, because I was calling the games for Albany. And it was like Albany, New Hampshire, where Chip Kelly was before Oregon. Like Duquesne and Monmouth.
I mean, he has all of it in there.
Dude, he covers every league. It's unbelievable. And the coaches in the league picked Albany to finish 5th in the league. Phil Steele picked Albany to win the league.
Damn.
And Albany went and won the league. And I was like, this guy does deep dives. So I respect the hell out of him. And he is projecting the CSU offense will average more than a touchdown per game than last year. He says they're going to craft a run-oriented offense as the tight end is the strength. And he says that overall CSU is better on both sides of the ball than they were a year ago. They're going to win more games than the 2 they won last year, but still branded it as a rebuilding year in year 1 for Mora. Their over-under win total ranges from a number like 3.5 wins at BetMGM up to 4.5 wins at FanDuel. ESPN's Football Power Index has the Rams last in the Pac-12 with a win projection of 3.6 wins. All right, so between 3 and 4 wins on the season. And, for what it's worth, talking about getting stuff wrong, this time last year, CSU was picked by these same outlets to finish 5th in the Mountain West and to win between 6 and 7 games, and they went and won 2. So these projections are not gospel.
So tell me this, though, ZB. How do you feel about this year with old Jim Mora? His first year. It's a rebuild year, so, I'm not going to sit here and grill my man. But what are you expecting? What's the floor? What's the floor for CSU?
The floor for CSU?
It's going to get worse than last year? 2 wins.
No, it's not going to get worse than last year under Jim Mora. I'll say the floor is probably 3 wins.
I'm gonna still go the floor is 2, where it's the same as last year.
That's fair.
Just because of what you just brought up with, hey, there's not a lot of experience on the team in general. And for Jim Mora, he's just trying to figure things out, find the guys that are going to stick around, the guys that he can build off of and build a culture with. So with that, you're in the Pac-8. You're going against some teams that are already established, and I can see you maybe winning 1 in the Mountain West and winning 2, and that being the floor. That's it, the floor.
Wow.
Why are you smirking, man?
So here's the new Pac-12, which has 8 teams.
We're going to call it the Pac-8.
Boise State, CSU,
all right,
Fresno State, Oregon State, San Diego State, Texas State, Utah State, and Washington State. All right, that's the new Pac-12. So you have the floor as a 2-win team.
2-win team.
I have the floor as a 3-win team. What's the ceiling?
The ceiling for CSU and Mr. Jim Mora, Coach Mora, for this first year, I'm going to say 6 games. That's the ceiling. And I just don't know enough about this team. All right, he's starting off. I do know that Boise State is good every single year. I do know that San Diego State has turned things around with our guy over there that could have been there in Boulder.
Sean Lewis.
Sean Lewis. And then, of course, my running backs coach, also I like to call my father, Darren Hagan, being the running backs coach over there. They have something special over there that they have been building. But CSU, they're just starting. It has only just begun with Jim Mora and the CSU Rams right now. So I'm going to say 6 games. It could shock the world and win 6.
I think the ceiling is, I'm going to say 7 games.
Oh, come on, Z. Stop.
It's 1 game different from yours.
But 7 is bigger than 6.
Look at the big brain on you. Look at 7 is bigger than 6.
Like 7? I mean, if Colorado wins 7 this year, we're going to say, hey, man, big things coming. If they win 6,
yes.
What are you going to say if they win 6?
I mean, 6, you're bowling. You'd sign up for 6 games right now in Boulder.
I would. Oh, you don't think I would?
You would. Of course you would.
Sign up for 6.
Of course you would.
7 though, man.
7.
I know you like more. But come on. And you're a CU ambassador. I get it.
I'm
but
CSU.
be real with yourself.
CSU.
Or CSU. I'm sorry.
They don't let me
you
up
and
in
Terrell
Boulder
Davis.
anymore.
You and TD, man. I don't know what in the hell's going on.
I'm going to give you a name. You've never heard it. Okay.
Right.
I'm going to give you a name, and most people have never heard it.
You did this with Uncle Kirk Cignetti,
I
head
did.
coach out of Indiana.
I did. Before he coached a game at Indiana, came into the studio back when Stoke was working with Dover, and I said, watch what Kirk Cignetti does with Indiana football. Unprompted. No one asked me, brought it up. Remember this name. Hoss Haney. Hoss Haney. He is the quarterback at CSU. He's allegedly in a competition with a transfer from UConn. If Hoss Haney's healthy, which has been an issue for him, but if he's healthy, he's going to win the competition. All right? I've done a bit of a dive on him going back to high school and looking at some stuff from Oklahoma State. This kid is a freak athlete. Freak. Okay? If Hoss Haney is the quarterback and stays healthy, we're going to have a young star on our hands in Colorado football, in Colorado college football. Hoss Haney. Let me be the first to introduce this young man from Aledo, Texas. All right? Big-time recruit. Originally went to TCU. Then he was at Oklahoma State. He's had injury issues. But when this man moves around, it's like, holy mother, what is happening here? Haas Haney, remember the name. Don't put it in your back pocket. Keep it in your front pocket.
I'm not doing that to a guy that has jumped ship twice. With TCU, Oklahoma State, and now he's at CSU. Gotcha.
Says
Haas
the transfer portal king's servant. All right. ESPN dropped their top 10 wide receivers as voted on by NFL executive scouts and coaches, and there certainly is a takeaway from a Broncos perspective. I'll tell you what it is next.
Nikola Jokic says he'll sign next summer. But with $360 million on the line and no ink on paper, is the Nuggets front office feeling the heat?
Phil, if he doesn't sign this contract and he is watching the Denver Nuggets organizational moves to put him in a position to be successful, and those moves are to duck the luxury tax and the repeater tax and become less of a team that got beat in the first round anyway. You got humiliated by a team who got humiliated by another team that went on to lose. So you're not close. If the idea is to make the team worse to benefit more financially, and Jokic does walk, he would have been well within his rights to walk.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
I move mountains for a living. Literally. That means I don't carry hand lotion, and when it comes to serious heartburn, I don't mess around with anything but Rolaids Max Strength. Its dual-active formula has 1,500 milligrams of calcium carbonate and magnesium hydroxide that relieves heartburn fast. And the best part? The roll fits right here in my pocket, so I can get back to moving mountains.
Rolaids spells powerful relief. 1,500 milligrams is our highest amount of antacid per tablet. Read each label. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Build your team. Build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Colorado, it's time to take our recycling to the next level. That's why Recyclon Colorado is bringing you more curbside and drop-off service from peaks to prairies. Guidelines as clear as our skies, so you know what goes where. And the price? As free as gawking at Bighorns on I-70. You deserve a recycling system you can count on, like your puffiest winter coat. And we're here to give it to you. Learn more at recyclon.org/Colorado.
For 90 years, Belco Credit Union has proudly called Colorado home. That's thanks to all our members who have helped us grow alongside our beautiful state. To celebrate our anniversary, Belco is offering a special low fixed rate on a new home equity choice line advance. If you've been waiting to start a new home renovation project, now's the perfect time. Go to belco.org/90 years to see full offer details. Equal housing opportunity lender. Membership eligibility required. All loans subject to approval. Belco. Banking for everyone.
Summer is a time to feel and look your best, but I'm not talking about your tan or abs. Guys, I'm talking about your hair. Restore that bald spot, reverse your receding hairline, or add volume to decades of thinning during Advanced Hair's once yearly summer savings event. Advanced Hair's simple one-day treatment begins to regrow your own natural hair the very next day, and it can even grow for life. Did I mention Advanced Hair even guarantees your new hair will grow? Take advantage of your flexible summer calendar and get the most hair for your dollar during Advanced Hair's best offer ever. The summer sales event is on for a limited time, so schedule your free consultation and get the details today. 720-459-HAIR. One-day treatment, life-changing results with Advanced Hair. Your new hair is guaranteed to grow. Check out the incredible before and afters and get your savings details while still available. That's 720-459-HAIR or advancedhair.com.
Don't worry, Dan. I have full coverage. Did you know that full coverage probably doesn't mean what most people thinks it means? Full coverage is generally just for your car. And if you don't have other coverages to protect you in the case you get hit by somebody else, well, then you're just straight up gambling that the bad driver that hit you has good insurance, and you don't want to do that. 15% of the drivers out there don't have any insurance at all. Others only have the minimum, when for pennies on the dollar, you can have the coverage that protects you in case somebody else smacks into you. Medical payments coverage. I saw a lady come into the office the other day, $25,000 in med pay coverage. Absolutely what you want. It was only $31 for the entire 6 months of the policy. It was another $100 or so for the UIM coverage she needed. She had over $100,000 in coverage there. You definitely want to have that. You protect other drivers if you hit them. You also need to protect yourself in case they hit you. Any questions at all, just call us. 303-LAW-4040. Jacob's Law, 303-LAW-4040.
Hey, it's Zach here. If you're working on your home this summer, lock in a low-interest loan with 5280 Exteriors, as low as 6.99% for 15 years. Get those dream windows, siding, or decking project. Visit 5280exteriors.com. The altitude of quality.
All new drinks are now at McDonald's, with refreshers like the Strawberry Watermelon Refresher and the Mango Pineapple Refresher with popping boba, to crafted sodas like the Sprite Berry Blast with berry flavors and cold foam. Who knew ice-cold drinks could be so fire? 6 all-new drinks are here, now at McDonald's.
Refreshers contain caffeine.
Here's Shayna and Dylan Williams.
The most exciting part of being in the jewelry business isn't the stunning diamonds, gemstones, or famous designers.
It's not even the pride of being a part of a family-owned fine jeweler founded way back in 1947.
No, for Shayna and I, for all our jewelry professionals at Williams Jewelers, it's being there.
It's being there when you discover that perfect diamond bracelet for your loving wife for your anniversary.
It's being there for those Mikimoto pearls for your daughter's college graduation.
It's being there when you finally found that one perfect diamond engagement ring that's worthy of the woman you can't live without.
It's being there for you. It's being a part of the most precious, unforgettable moments in your life.
What's not to love?
Williams Jewelers of Inglewood,
Colorado's premier jeweler.
Williams Jewelers, we can make diamonds a part of your life.
Williams Jewelers of Inglewood, on the corner of Bellevue and Broadway, the official jeweler of the Colorado Avalanche.
Hi, this is Larry Jager with SCL Mortgage. It's home buying season in Colorado, and we can offer you the best loan program at the best available rate. Visit us at myspecialmortgage.com or call 303-790-2222, NMLS number 1200716.
Stream Stokely and Evans with Mark Schlereth, Dover and Cecil, The Drive, and all your favorite shows on the Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan app. Powered by Advanced Tax Solutions. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. It's The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
ESPN dropped their top 10 wide receivers as voted on by NFL executives, scouts, and coaches anonymously. All right. Number 1 wide receiver in the league for a second straight year, based on the voting, is Jamar Chase. All right. Followed by Justin Jefferson. For me, you can flip a coin. I mean, Justin Jefferson is such a bad dude. I know he missed some time and the quarterback situation there.
Yeah, it's shaky right now.
And he still went over 1,000 yards.
They wish they had Sam Darnold back, I'll tell you that much.
No kidding. The third best wide receiver in the NFL, Jackson Smith-Njigba, who led the league in receiving for the Super Bowl champs a year ago. Puka Nacua goes in at number 4. Fresh off a rehab stint, all right?
Is he still in there or is he out?
I think he's out.
Okay.
I think he's out.
Freedom.
That's right. Amon-Ra St. Brown rounds out the top 5, all right? Any disagreement?
No. Those are the young and talented receivers that make plays every single Sunday, Monday, and on a Thursday night. Like, yeah, I'm good with it.
Yeah, these are what Hall of Fame players look like in their prime. Then you get to number 6, it's CeeDee Lamb. That was my personal favorite coming out of that class with Jerry Jeudy and Henry Ruggs and a handful of other guys in that awesome quarterback class. Justin Jefferson as well. CD was my favorite. He's not the best from that class, but he's pretty damn good. His teammate George Pickens is number 7 on this list. Nico Collins down there in Houston is number 8. A.J. Brown still finds himself in the top 10, coming in at number 9, followed by Devontae Adams, Old Man River, still in the top 10, 14 touchdown catches a year ago in 14 games. So that's the top 10, all right? Then they had a separate section for honorable mention. Malik Neighbors, Mike Evans.
Hall of Famer.
Oh, definitely Hall of Famer. Zay Flowers, Tyreek Hill, Hall of Fame case for sure, building. Drake London, and Jamison Williams. Those are the 6 honorable mentions.
See, I was going to give up a first-round draft pick for Jamison Williams.
I think you wanted to give 2.
Did I say 2?
You might have.
I don't remember that one.
You were on one that day. Then there's this other section called also receiving votes.
Court has to be on this list, right? Or even a Denver Bronco at that. They have to be on this list.
Well, I've named 16 names so far. No Waddle, no Sutton. Okay? Also receiving votes. Alec Pierce, your former teammate.
Yep. Bad boy. I like him. Very consistent right now.
Just got a bag. Led the league in yards per catch a year ago. T. Higgins there in Cincinnati also received some votes. DK Metcalf, Scary Terry, Garrett Wilson, Devontae Smith, Lad McConkey.
Oh, Lad.
Brian Thomas Jr., Chris Olave.
All right. Where's the court at?
Jalen Waddle.
Okay, so Jay makes the list.
He made the list. Cortland did not. And I sort of roll my eyes sometimes when I hear the Bo Nix is being disrespected.
I think I said that.
You did.
And you rolled your eyes.
I did, heavily.
My mom always told me, don't roll my eyes because then she's going to pop me in the back of my head, and then my eyes are going to get stuck in the back of my head, so I never roll my eyes.
Well, I looked like The Undertaker the other day. Okay? Listening to you.
He's back.
And the Broncos, they were in the AFC Championship game, and they're not hosting week 1? That's disrespectful. Like, okay, the world's not out to get the Broncos. The world's not out to get Bo. But in this case, the world might be out to get Cortland Sutton.
Now the world's out to get Court.
Because here's the thing, and this is what I can't reconcile, is that Cortland Sutton is the number 1, and I know I said a lot of this yesterday because we were talking a lot about Sutton yesterday because he was got his name called at number 68 on the NFL Top 100. Cortland is number 1 in the National Football League, number 1 on 3rd and 4th down last year. The previous year, number 1 on 3rd and 4th down. So that's 2 years in a row on these big-time money downs, gotta have it situations. Cortland Sutton is the best in the entire NFL. He's also coming off back-to-back 1,000-yard years, and he's had 25 touchdown catches in the last 3 years. Does he belong in the top 10? No. Am I okay with him not being on the honorable mention in that other 6 guys? Like, you could make an argument, but I'm not dying on that hill.
Yeah.
I'm not. But the fact that 27 wide receivers receive votes from these anonymous league executives, coaches, and scouts, and Sutton's name did not come up amongst 27, I know how I'm going to sound like the same tone that I roll my eyes at a lot of times.
Oh, but now you're feeling it.
This is criminal. This is a felony. Cortland Sutton is Cortland Sutton a top 27 receiver in the league?
Yes,
of course he is. Come, what are we doing here?
He's very consistent, but what's happening is Cortland's play isn't what these scouts and executives want to latch onto. They want the explosive receivers that are breaking tackles yards after catch. All right, that are flashier, that have that speed. That's what they're looking for. Am I saying it's right? No, it's not right. It's wrong. Cortland should be in there because of how consistent he is. But that's why somebody like Waddle jumped over Court in this case and came in at like 25 because Waddle brings something to the table that Cortland just doesn't have, and that's explosiveness, getting in and out of his breaks. Cortland brings other aspects to his game that like a lot of people don't have, right? And that's consistency. That's on 3rd downs. That's doing the dirty work blocking. Like, this is why both Jalen Waddle and Cortland Sutton are going to complement each other. But these scouts, okay, these executives, this is what they want. They want the big explosive receivers that can take it to the house on a screen, that can take it to the house on a bomb, intermediate game, and that's why Courtland's not on this list, ZB.
I don't like it. So number 68, awesome ranking from the players. So the players have a higher
Players
view.
know best.
They have a higher level of respect for Sutton right now than coaches, scouts, and executives inside the NFL.
Well, but also these players are playing against these guys.
Sure.
Right? They're playing against Bo Nix or Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson. Like, they literally have to stop them. And so when you have to stop somebody and you can't, now you start to respect them. And that's Courtland Sutton. When you have to guard this man who's 6'4", 220 pounds, and actually runs faster than you think, and he's catching on you, the 50-50 balls that is, like, you start to respect this man in his game. So I think the players are starting to understand the scouts, and, they're lazy sometimes. Well, they have lazy takes.
Well, you remember Trent McDuffie last year. Yeah. I think it was like at the Super Bowl. I forget where it was. But he was doing an interview, and he was asked for his top 5 receivers, and Sutton made his list. And so take that for what it's worth. Okay, the Boston Celtics made a shrewd business decision based on a new philosophy that I think the Nuggets should pay close attention to. That's next.
They're back. Our free limited edition Training Camp 2026 t-shirts. We'll have 5 drops this year at various Santiago's Mexican restaurants across the metro area starting July 16th. Limit 1 per person while supplies last. For more details and to find the location nearest you, head to DenverSports.com/shirt.
When something's going wrong at or below the ground, Homestrong is the best in town. Family owned, over 2 decades in the foundation and concrete industry, and the most experienced crews in Colorado. Their inspectors are highly trained, and your inspection and quote are free. Drywall cracks, foundation cracks, water issues, cold, wet crawl space. Call Homestrong. Guys, they do it all. Foundation repair, waterproofing, crawl space encapsulation, egress windows, concrete lifting, crawl space into a basement conversion. Guys, a lifetime transferable warranty on most of their work, plus financing is available. You'll never go wrong with Homestrong.
Mike Rowe here with another random fact. Those cracks on your walls aren't just cosmetic. They could mean your home is sinking. Whether it's drywall cracks, exterior cracks, or sticking doors or windows, do yourself a favor. Call Groundworks. I spent some time working with these guys, and they're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to stabilize your foundation. Schedule a free inspection with Groundworks, the foundation and waterproofing experts.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
If the amazing regenerative treatments at QC Kinetics provided relief for former pro football player Bobby Carpenter, imagine the potential for your aching joints.
So my knee had been bothering me for a while. I played football for a number of years. I looked at, talking to some doctors, would I need to potentially have surgery? And I decided, hey, let's check out QC Kinetics. I go in there and they look at the knee. Hey, here's the program that we can put you through.
That treatment takes your body's own healing properties and concentrates them at the root of the pain. No surgery or downtime.
The best part was there's no recovery until one day I felt like, hey, this feels like my old self again. I feel better. It's helped me. It's helped my dad. Hopefully it will help you in the same way. My message to them is do not wait. So you can go out and play golf and do the things that you love and enjoy.
Take it from Bobby Carpenter. Call QC Kinetics now for your free consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 303-900-8986. That's 303-900-8986. 303-900-8986.
Men, if your energy is down, your workouts aren't producing results, you're gaining stubborn weight, losing muscle, sleeping poorly, or just not feeling like yourself anymore, it may be more than just aging. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic. Our low T and body composition treatments are designed to help men regain energy, improve focus, sleep better, build lean muscle, reduce unwanted fat, and restore confidence both in and out of the gym. At the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, we specialize in helping men optimize their health, performance, and vitality. Using personalized medical treatments tailored to your health and goals, many men begin noticing improvements in energy, mental clarity, recovery, motivation, libido, and overall body composition within just a few weeks. Your initial visit is just $99 and includes blood work, PSA and T-test, and a medical consult. And if you start on treatment the day of your appointment, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. We have 5 offices across the Front Range to serve you.
Featured therapies are compounded and have not been evaluated nor approved by the FDA. Provider prescription required. See website for details.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-330-8323 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-330-8323. That's 800-330-8323. What do you have to lose? Call 800-330-8323. Again, 800-330-8323.
Hey, it's Phillip Lindsay here. Do you need a new roof, gutters, or exterior needs? Monarch is your one-stop shop, backed by 16 years of experience and over 10,000 satisfied customers. Their in-house insurance team fights for you, and their white glove service means every detail is handled with care. Competitive pricing, award-winning craftsmanship, and the only roofer the Denver Broncos chose to endorse. A proud member of Team Dave Logan, make the call to your home team, Monarch Construction and Roofing, the official roofer of the Denver Broncos.
Liberty Mutual customizes your car and home insurance. And now we're customizing this ad for your morning commute to wake you up, which could help your driving. Science says that stimulating the brain increases alertness. So here's a pop quiz. How many months have 28 days? What gets wetter as it dries? What has keys but can't open locks? If you don't want to hear the answers, turn off this Liberty Mutual ad now. 12 months, a towel, piano. Enjoy being fully alert.
Liberty, 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 liberty. Get in the zone, AutoZone.
The sounds of summer. They're great until they're not. Luckily, AutoZone has free battery testing and charging.
Let me check that for you.
To help make a rough moment smooth. Don't miss the Celebrate Free event at AutoZone. Free products with select deals until July 27th. And free services every day. Restrictions apply.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Hey, that's not bacon grilling. That's your living room at 2 p.m. If your home heats up every summer, your windows might be the reason. Infinity by Marvin Windows protect your home from UV rays, solar heat, and help lower energy bills all summer long. Colorado homeowners have trusted Gravina's Window Center of Littleton for 50 years. Right now, you can save 25% on Infinity by Marvin Windows. Visit them at windowsforyourhome.com. That's windowsforyourhome.com.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan's brought to you by Williams Jewelers, the official jeweler of the Colorado Avalanche.
Listen up, Denver. This hour's keyword is cross, C-R-O-S-S. Text cross to 303-713-1043 right now for your chance to win a $250 gas card. That's cross to 303-713-1043.
By texting, you agree to receive an automated marketing message from Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Message and data rates may apply. For complete rules or to enter the keyword online, visit www.denversports.com/keyword.
Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan presents The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay.
All right, moving right along. The Boston Celtics made a shrewd business decision based on a new philosophy that I think the Denver Nuggets should pay close attention to. All right, why the heck am I talking about the Boston Celtics? I can't get something out of my head for about a week and a half now. And we were going to get to this yesterday, and we just got so caught up with other stuff, we rolled it over to today. You know, Boston made about as dramatic of a trade that you can make, okay? They traded Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown, you know, whatever you think about Jaylen Brown, he is one of the great players that the Boston Celtics have ever had.
Hands down.
He has had an awesome career, and he is a NBA Finals MVP. Okay, he is likely going to go to the Hall of Fame, and he's smack dab in the middle of his prime. And they still traded him. Yes, there's some personality stuff there that sort of clashes with, someone like Jason Tatum, and it's sort of like your turn, my turn, and so there's some of that stuff there. But at its core, I do not believe that they traded a 5-time All-Star, a All-NBA player, and a Finals MVP in his prime, in his 20s, because of some personality conflict. All right, you can go out to a long dinner and iron all that stuff out. Okay, this was a purposeful shift in philosophy. And Brad Stevens talked about it at the press conference after it happened. Now, Brad Stevens is one of the bright minds in basketball, all right? A part of a collection of people that, most of the league would swap out their basketball, president of basketball operations for someone like Brad Stevens. And he said, it's been ringing in my ears since, in today's NBA landscape with the second apron that kind of serves like a hard cap, and the way that it's so financially restrictive and punitive, that you can't build a team with 2 max players. And it's certainly a new philosophy, because 15 years ago, that was literally the name of the game.
Yeah.
It was how many superstar players can you get on one team and form a super team?
And LeBron James, D-Wade, Chris Bosh, the Celtics did it. The Warriors, of course, did it. Like, all these teams did it.
LeBron, Kyrie, Kevin Love.
LeBron,
So it's part of the league's history, but certainly in the 2000s. And now it's the opposite, if you ask someone like Brad Stevens. Because when you give someone a max contract, guys, it's not a dollar amount, it's the percentage of the cap. And what it is on a max deal is 30% of the cap goes to one guy. So if you have 2 max players, that's great, at the top of your roster, but can you build out a championship roster that's got real depth, which has been a major issue here in Denver?
Yeah.
And I look at Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray. And Jamal Murray is a great player. His jersey's going to be retired for the rest of the time. I think he's a top 5 Nugget of all time. You win a championship. He's just made an All-NBA team. But right now, and I'll continue to say, and you've heard me say this a bunch, you're not winning anything in today's NBA when your two best players are your 2 worst defenders.
Got to have some defense.
And Nicola's not getting traded. So I think that with considering that, and then also considering what Brad Stevens is saying about constructing a roster, I'm looking at Jamal Murray, who's about to make $50 million this coming season, and I'm saying, man, what if you pulled that lever, moved him, and made that into 2-3 different players and make the team more defensive-oriented, maybe add some ball handling, and these are 2 different people who both check those boxes, but you're able to do it with all that freed-up money. It's not an anti-Jamal Murray thing. It's like this stock is high, and what's happening here isn't working and hasn't been working, and I'm hearing that Brad Stevens ringing in my ear. In today's landscape, you can't have 2 max players and build out a championship roster.
I mean, the Celtics are doing something different. They're adjusting, they're adapting. They're trying something new. All right, it may work, it may not. It makes a lot of sense right now. If you have 2 max players and you said 30% goes to one, 30% goes to the next, that's 60% right there. I'm not good at math. You still got to get this roster ironed out, the depth on the bench as well, and it's hard to do. But if you have that 1 max player, now you have so much more money to play with. Go get 2 defenders, in this case with the Denver Nuggets, to help Jokic out. We know Jokic doesn't want to play great defense all the time. He'll do it here and there, but go get 2 hungry players that will play great defense. Then go get another ball handler and a guy that also can shoot. Then you can really stack up on your bench as well. I love that thought process. And for Jamal Murray, I think we've seen the best out of Jamal. This was his best year.
Sure.
I don't think he's going to get better than what he was this year. So if you can sell him now, you do that. My fear is it's going to be a delay with the Denver Nuggets. The Denver Nuggets are going to hold on to Jamal Murray for 1 more year, where the Celtics decide to give away one of their superstars.
Maybe a year early.
And Nuggets are not going to do that. And then when you do want to get rid of Jamal, nobody's going to really want him now. And now you're stuck with him like you may be stuck with AG and Cam Johnson because of this this apron and the rules with the NBA. So, Z, I love where your thought process is. It's not about hating Jamal Murray.
No.
It's about making a move that can help benefit the Denver Nuggets and help benefit Jokic's prime by coming back with guys that can complement Jokic.
Yeah, it feels like a stale operation. And it's never been worse in this Jokic era than losing in 6 games in the first round to backups. And here's also the harsh reality when it comes to Jamal Murray. Great player. Jersey gets retired. In my opinion, he's a top 5 Denver Nugget of all time. But he has not been good in the postseason for 3 straight years. That's just true.
Yeah.
You know, we haven't been saying playoff Jamal, right? We just haven't used that moniker in a long time. In the year after they won the championship, he had the worst true shooting percentage by any player that takes 20 shots or more in 50 years. 50. And the NBA hasn't been around for that long. That's how bad he was in that first postseason after the championship. The second postseason, when they got bounced in the second round against Oklahoma City, he was largely ineffective. And in the biggest game of the year, that Game 7, he had 5 points in the first half when the game was still competitive before they lost by almost 40. And then this past year, he got completely gobbled up. Completely swallowed up like Jonah and the whale by the Minnesota Timberwolves. Just swallowed up. And so
there he is. He is who he is. He's been in the league long enough. Great year this year, but it still wasn't enough to get out of the first round. And you have 2 max players. I'm like the Celtics. The Celtics are doing something that I like. Go out there, try something new. Adjust, adapt to this new CBA, this new thing that's going on. Not the CBA, but the information with the aprons. And
the CBA, yeah.
So you have to do something about it. And right now, what the Denver Nuggets are doing, they're just sitting on their hands. My guessing is waiting for LeBron James. And if not, then they're going to go into that second apron, run it back with this core. Then everybody's going to still be upset that they don't win it all.
Well, it's a sticky wicket that they're in right now. It just is. And so we're trying to be patient and, continue to just be patient because they haven't done much of anything. The Athletic gave them a D-, lowest graded offseason so far of any team in the NBA. I think it's, to a certain degree, a little bit unfair because I think they belong in the incomplete category because this can't be – no. Like there's got to be other corresponding we'll see. And we'll see if they go into the second apron and pay that luxury tax. I keep on saying I'll believe that when I see it. Okay. Shifting gears. The ESPYs are tonight. Has Bo Nix been disrespected again? All right. We'll talk about why that question could be asked. And also, if Bo Nix is going to take the next step in year 3, he has to improve in one crucial area that has gone under-discussed. And we'll change that as we are on the doorstep of 40 consecutive minutes of commercial-free sports talk coming up next.
Bo Nix led the league in game-winning drives, took Denver to the AFC Championship.
Let's go, Bo Nix!
And that was year 2.
Let's go, Bo Nix!
Now he's fully healthy. Jalen Waddle is in the building, and the same O-line is back for a 3rd straight year. So what's the one thing everyone's going to notice the moment training camp opens?
Here's the biggest thing I think people are going to notice right away as we get into training camp and on into the preseason. You're going to hear this phrase a lot. Get ready for it. You ready? Here's the line.
All right, give it to me.
It looks like the game's slowing down for him. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Hey, what's up, guys? Zach here for AeroSeal Colorado. Guys, AeroSeal Colorado came to my house a few years ago, and they sealed my duct system. You see, as that cool air from the air conditioning was flowing through my ducts, I didn't realize it was spilling out through cracks into just aimless crawl spaces and not going where it needed to go. That's why the upstairs rooms in my house had big-time temperature swings comparatively for right down the hall and even more dramatically to downstairs. That all changed. AeroSeal Colorado used their patented technology, and my house has been amazing since, guys. They have a 4.9 rating on Google. All right, a truly innovative approach to make your home more comfortable, more energy efficient. All right, you're saving money. They can fix what others can't even find. Go learn more and see what I've learned at AeroSealColorado.com. Colorado.com. That's AERO SEAL Colorado.com.
Over his Hall of Fame career, Terrell Davis racked up impressive numbers. 65 touchdowns, 2 championships, almost 8,000 rushing.
That's why I bank at Colorado Credit Union.
That's a weird segue.
Colorado Credit Union treats me like a person, not a number.
With personal service, great rates, and smart financial advice.
And those are just 3 great perks.
We can stop with the numbers now.
You don't have to be a legend to bank like one at Colorado Credit Union. Visit ccu.org. Terms and restrictions apply. Federally insured by the NCUA.
Hey, it's Phillip Lindsay here, and summer is alive and well. That means tea times, perfect drives, and enjoying the greens with your family and friends. But if joint pain or back pain is keeping you off the golf course, you need to discover a natural pain-free relief with RegenRx. Their shockwave, stem cell, and PRP therapy could be the key to reclaiming your swing and your active golfing life again. And guess what, guys? You're not going to have to deal with a surgery, no downtime, and no risk. Sounds great, right? Then go ahead and go see my friends at RegenRx right now. And they're offering a limited number of consultations. All you need to do is text PAIN to 303-630-9770 or visit them online at regenrx.co. Again, that's regenrx.co. Guys, it's time for you to take back control of your life and let them know that Phillip Lindsay sent you.
Most home sellers get one offer. It's somewhere between lowball and not good enough. Orchard changes that. With Orchard's new Orchard Offers, you don't just get one offer, you get multiple cash offers from serious investors all competing for your home. That's right. Make investors compete with Orchard's cash offer marketplace. Here's how it works. You work with an Orchard agent who submits your home to their exclusive network of hundreds of local cash buyers. They come to you with offers. You review them all and pick the best one on your terms. So you don't have to settle on one offer or worry about leaving money on the table. You see every offer side by side. That's how you know you're getting top dollar. Orchard Offers means no repairs, no showings, no drawn-out process. Before you accept any offer, see them all first. Get a free home valuation and see your offers today with Orchard Offers. Go to Orchard.com. That's Orchard.com.
This July is America's 250th birthday, and Low T Center is celebrating 250 years of freedom with our 250 for 250 deal. All month long, men who start testosterone therapy and stay with it for 90 days earn $250. So if you're over 40 with low energy, sex drive, not feeling yourself, don't stay that way. Low T Center is raising the T of American patriots from sea to shining sea. Come celebrate 250 years of America with Low T Center's 250 for 250 deal, because bringing back energy and vitality of your youth is worth celebrating. Go to FixMyLowT.com to book a free tea test. That's FixMyLowT.com. Offer ends July 31st. Terms and conditions apply.
Nothing beats a Santiago's breakfast burrito, fresh, made from scratch, and smothered in their famous green chili every single day since 1991. Whether it's breakfast, lunch, or a burrito on the go, nearly 30 locations across the Denver metro mean you're never far from your favorite meal. And right now, when you stop into Santiago's, you can make a difference too. Round up your change, make a donation, or grab some chocolates at the counter to support Sungate Kids, helping keep Colorado's children safe. Santiago's, faithfully authentic.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Zach here on behalf of my friends at American Financing. Let's do some honest math. The interest rate on your credit cards, 20% or more. Your mortgage rate, much lower. So why are you sending hundreds of dollars a month to credit card companies when your home's equity could wipe out that debt? That's exactly what American Financing helps homeowners do. And they're doing it every single day for people just like you. Consolidate, collaborate, conquer. The average customer saves around $800 a month, and you may delay 2 mortgage payments and may close in as fast as 10 days. American Financing's salary-based mortgage consultants are licensed in all 50 states. No upfront fees, no obligation. Stop financing your past and start funding your future. Call them at 303-695-7000. That's 303-695-7000, or visit them online at AmericanFinancing.net. NMLS 182334, NMLSConsumerAccess.org.
Hey, Rob Biandino here at BeatTheDA.com. I've handled about 7,000 cases, over 300 trials. Man, I see so many bad stops on these DUIs. Unlawful arrests, the police putting body cams off, the evidence is sketchy. We got to go get the evidence. We go find those cameras, the stores, the ATMs, the banks. We got the the experts to challenge their breath test, their blood test. My office has over 100 years experience at this stuff. Hit me up at beattheda.com or 720-706-5151.
Brought to you by Common Spirit Health. Hospitals, clinics, and caregivers all connected to advanced healthcare with human kindness in Colorado, Kansas, and Utah. Common Spirit Health. Human kindness lives here.
Want real Broncos talk? Cecil Lammy and Andrew Mason bring the heat on Orange and Blue Today. The most passionate intelligence and in-depth Broncos coverage in the game. Weekdays at 5 p.m. on the Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan YouTube channel. Hit subscribe at Denver Sports 104.3 and never miss another take. Orange and Blue Today, powered by Ramos Law, official injury law firm partner of the Denver Broncos. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. You're listening to The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay on Denver Sports.
We'll talk about that here in just about 9 minutes from right now. I want to get into some Deion Sanders stuff. I'm going to be complimentary.
You're going to start apologizing. I don't know why, but you're going to start apologizing.
Nope. But I am going to be, I think, pretty friendly to Deion Sanders.
You're going to call him Prime today?
No, he's Deion Sanders. Because right now he's stacking something other than his bank account up in Boulder, and it's good to see. So we'll talk about that here shortly as well. But we have the ESPYs tonight. We have the ESPYs. This is supposed to be one. I just have to say this. This is supposed to be like the slow time of year. It's like, oh, what are we going to talk about?
Yeah.
Like, man, oh man, we have been having so much fun with these shows. There's no slowing down here for sure. We've had to kick like 3 things out a day from the rundown because we just get so caught up. But the ESPYs are tonight. This is supposed to be the most inactive day of the sports calendar. Typically, other than a World Cup year, this is the only day where there's not a single sport being played.
I didn't think about it, man, because we're just so dialed in. So much fun.
Football hasn't started. Basketball and hockey are over, and baseball takes its midseason break. So the ESPYs are tonight. And I haven't looked at anything, all right? I know you haven't looked at anything in terms of like awards, categories. But Dante has some stuff here behind the glass. I will take a peek at it tonight, I think. Dante, why don't you fire off a category and or handle it however you want to handle it here?
We'll start with a couple of our local guys here. Best NHL player. Do you want to guess who the nominees are? Or why I'm bringing it up?
Macklin Celebrini.
Macklin Celebrini is one of them. There's
Might
4.
be number 1.
Connor McDavid.
Connor McDavid's in there.
Draisaitl.
No.
Nate
McKinnon.
Nate's on there?
Okay, he made the list.
Okay, and then one more. Connor Hellebuck.
Nikita Kucherov.
Kucherov.
He's
Okay.
4th.
Okay.
We have a guy up for best NBA player. Our guy
hold on real quick. What shot do you give Nathan McKinnon to win this?
I mean, he's definitely not going to win it. I think that.
Why not, though?
Well, because, one, they're going to keep using the players. They had the players one come out, too. Remember with the Avs, and none of the Avs made it? It's because of the roster. It's because of what the roster has done. You win the President's Trophy. You have some, not just Nate, but you have Kel, too. That's one of the best in the world to do it. You had 2 goalies this year that did well. Honestly, like, nobody thought about that, but they did do well. You know, a team that was supposedly had enough to win a championship. We all sit here and say championship or bust, cup or bust. I know I did.
Oh, we all did.
And so I think that's something that they're using against Nate Dogg.
Maybe so. What
do you think it is?
You know what? Obviously,
or do you think he has a shot? Let's go there.
He should have a shot. The guy had the most even strength numbers since Jaromir Jagr during the Clinton administration. Why wouldn't he have a shot? I get confused by this stuff. But no, judging on what you just said and some recent He just falls just a little bit short. In the All-Star, when the All-Star team came out, he was on the second team, McKinnon was. So, again, doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. He was the best player on the best team. I don't know why the roster gets held against him. He led the league in goals. I mean, what are we doing? But no, ultimately, I think he'll fall short. I do. Give me another category, D.
Best NBA player.
Jokic has got to be Jokic, SGA, Wemby.
Yep.
Is there 4 of them?
There is 4.
And who would the 4th be?
Brunson. It has to be.
Oh
Brunson,
yeah, sure.
Jalen Brunson.
So those are the 4.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm trying to leave the little guy out. Look at you. Just because you're tall, we little guys matter, Z.
I will say, I believe these awards take into account playoff success in a way that the league MVPs don't.
Okay.
Just because they're voting after the whole season's complete at this point.
I'm going to go with Brunson.
I like Brunson too. I think it's going to go Brunson, Wemby. Jokic is going to be last.
Probably, but I don't think they're going to announce the order. They're just going to announce the winner.
Okay.
But if you had a vote, who are you voting for?
I'm going to go with Brunson. That man is a straight dog, Z, and you know that. You're the one that brought this to light when everybody was talking about him a little bit more. It's just the way he plays. And then the fact that I know that the man took less to be with the Knicks that we know of, my guessing is like it's under the table pay, so he's still making a lot of money. And they were able to assemble this team and win it all.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to go with Brunson.
Hey, real quick, let me get this thought out of my head on the hockey side. If playoffs are taken into account, McKinnon made it farther than any of those guys. So,
hold my beer real fast.
Yeah, I was going to say playoff success has helped, but it's just more that he had more playoff success than those guys.
Right. So that should work against those guys.
Well, Drew, what do you think? You think it's gonna affect or help Nate Dogg?
I think I don't think it's gonna matter one bit. I just looked it up. Like it's done mostly by the fans. Like they vote on this thing. Fans are gonna always like lean towards Connor McDavid. They just are. Like or even Macklin Celebrini. Like they're just more popular players in the league. Like from a, I guess, viewer standpoint than Nathan McKinnon is.
Doesn't make sense to me, but
I agree.
It is what it is. If I had a vote on the basketball side, I'd be voting for Wemby.
Well, and Drew just says it's the fans.
Yeah.
So maybe it is going to be Wemby because of the fans.
Maybe so. I've never seen a more dominant defensive player. We have never. Not Hakeem, not Dikembe. It's unlike anything I've ever seen. And if we're taking defense into account the same way we do offense, the court's cut in half. Yeah. It's not 70-30. There's a big black stripe that goes down the middle of it.
Brunson plays defense too.
Not like Wemby.
No.
Not like Wemby. We just have never seen a condor. I mean, his wingspan is a 747. I mean, he blocks more shots without touching the basketball than we've ever seen. They're psychological blocks. I've never seen anything like it. I think he's the best player walking the world right now, and Jokic is number 2.
So you think Wemby is going to win the award tonight?
Yeah, I do.
And then Jokic obviously comes in second with the MVP race as well, so he's still up there. So no pushback. That's still our guy.
Another category, DG.
Yeah, we got best female athlete. Local Michaela Schifrin is up for it.
Okay, very nice. What else you got?
Best comeback athlete, Christian McCaffrey in that category.
Who else is a part of that?
A bunch of names I didn't recognize too much. Anthony Kim, he's a golfer. I'm familiar with him. Savvy King plays for Angel City FC. And Kendall Stowers, Texas A&M volleyball. But I don't know too much about their stories.
Okay. Yep, they'll probably tell those stories tonight.
Yeah.
All right, anything else, DG?
Best women's college athlete, Lauren Betts. Up for that.
Oh, how about that? Grandview Zone.
Yeah.
I love it. Good for that family.
Best fighter, Justin Gaethje in the running for that.
Love that for Gaethje.
And then we have some fun ones. You mentioned Bo Nix potentially getting slighted here. Best breakthrough athlete, Macklin Celebrini and Drake May and Fernando Mendoza up for that one. No Bo Nix.
Ooh. If you had a vote, you said Drake May,
Macklin Celebrini, Fernando Mendoza, and then Alyssa Liao, the figure skater in the Olympics.
Okay.
And the fans get the vote. We have to remember this.
The fans get the vote.
It should be Celebrini.
I was going to say, I'd probably say Macklin Celebrini.
But it's the fans. It's
right.
hockey.
And hockey doesn't have the same note. Yeah.
You know who it's going to be.
Drake May?
It's going to be Drake May.
Oh, man.
It's going to be Drake May.
Is that going to upset you?
I mean, I can't take away the season he had. He had a great season.
Yeah.
He didn't do well in the playoffs. He got his ass handed to him in the Super Bowl, but second year, and was able to take his team to the Super Bowl. Second year, turned things around for himself. He's going to win that award.
Very possibly. Hey, real quick, though, and as some of our RamosLaw.com texters are pointing out, how is Gabe Landeskog not up for best comeback?
Well, yeah. Actually, why is he not up for
I think he was in the running last year, maybe after the playoff comeback.
Okay.
I'd have to go back and check, but I think he might have been. And if you guys...
Dante, you know what? I think you're right. You're jogging my memory. I think he was up for it last year.
I think he was. I think he didn't win, but he should have.
No, he did not win. No.
But if you guys think that Bo Nix was slighted in this one, how about this? Best NFL player, Myles Garrett, Jackson Smith-Njigba, Matthew Stafford, Drake May.
Stop.
Oh, what?
I promise.
Drake? Come on now. Best NFL player? Like, you got so many players out there.
Honestly, that award should go to Myles Garrett.
You think not Matthew Stafford?
Myles Garrett just broke they give out an MVP every year.
Mm-hmm.
Myles Garrett just broke the NFL's all-time sack record, and he
17 games,
But he did it with the Browns. They don't have leads.
Yeah,
the
that's
fact
true.
that he accumulated that many sacks, always playing from behind and getting double-teamed at the highest rate in the league is insane. It's insane.
So Myles Garrett gets it.
For me, that's who I would be voting for.
I'm not going to do too much pushing back on that one because he does deserve it. He's a pass rusher, breaks the record. He's getting double-teamed. I mean, what more can that man do? He's doing everything and more and still coming up with the record.
Crazy. And now he's teammates with Matthew
Yes,
Stafford.
and now,
unbelievable.
That's scary.
Dante, you got a couple more here.
I do. Best play, the golden goal for the Olympic men's hockey team, the golden goal for the Olympic women's hockey team, UConn coming back and beating Duke, the buzzer beater 3.
Oh, my, yeah.
OG Anunoby Tippin.
Oh, my God.
And then another one you guys maybe not be too happy with, Caleb Williams game-tying touchdown against the Rams in the playoffs.
It was psychotic.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That was absurd. Every one of those plays is insane. Every single one of them. From the Team USA on the women's side to the men's side. What else did you say there? In terms of the play,
the UConn buzzer beater, the OG Anunoby Tippin for me is number one.
I think so.
That's like an all-time NBA play.
It was so freakish. It was so much more than just hitting a shot.
And it changed the entire course of that series.
It
It goes from going, 2-2? I think if he doesn't do that to 3-1, and you're in a good spot there.
Oh, man.
That's going to be a good one.
Yeah, I think it's the Tippin for me. It's the most unique of that field of all. Those are all great plays, but that was the most unique. And on the biggest stage, yeah, if I had the vote. Okay.
I got one more.
Yeah.
I got one more now.
This one's for Zach specifically. Best single game performance. We have a.
No, because you're gonna say Bam Adebayo.
He is up for it. He is up 83.
Right, 83. One of the most fraudulent things that's ever happened in sports.
He better not win that one.
He's not going to win.
Okay.
The other, to me, it's Shohei Ohtani. Pitched 6 scoreless innings, striking out 10, and hit 3 home runs in the playoffs.
That is insane.
Shohei's taking that one home.
God Almighty! If Bam somehow wins that,
he's gonna be like, Kobe, this one's for you.
Oh my
so
God!
Disrespectful if he said that.
Oh, I'm gonna put some money on his head. Oh my gosh, he better not win that. All right, if you're watching the ESPYs tonight, enjoy it. This is KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver, and KARS FM Laramie. We are coming with it, and we are coming for it. It's Zach By and Phillip Lindsay, and we are The Drive, powered by Regen RX.
Woo! Put me in the game, ZB. I'm ready to go.
I love it. Here on a Wednesday, we are officially closer to Friday than Monday on the back half of a Wednesday show. Appreciate you guys rocking with us.
These days are flying by, man.
You are not kidding.
Damn, where were we at Wednesday? When you weren't here, I felt like it was Friday, and it still felt like Monday.
Yeah.
It was like, is this never going to end, huh? AP gets his ass handed to him. Now Will comes in. You get your ass handed to you. Now nobody wants to be with me. They had to bring you back, ZB.
I've said this through the years. Oftentimes, the best way to demonstrate your value is to just go away for a little bit.
Just leave, huh?
Just go away for a little bit. All right. So I said this a handful of minutes ago. If Bo Nix is going to take the next step in year number 3, he has got to improve in one crucial area that has gone under-discussed, okay? And I'm not saying that it hasn't been discussed at all, because we ourselves talked about it last year during the season and right after the season, but it's been months since we returned to this very, very fundamental topic and flaw when it comes to Bo Nix. All right? And yesterday we were talking about the room for improvement with Bo. And two things are true at the same time here. You have an awesome start to a career, capital A, awesome start. But also, there's a lot of room to grow. And for me, that's encouraging.
Yeah.
Right? It's been really good, but there's these areas that he needs to either be more disciplined, clean it up, or just time on task develop. And yesterday we talked about the frenetic footwork and the propensity to leave the pocket and want to run around in space, and that's sort of his like comfort zone. We've talked about the accuracy issues. I think 24th in the league in completion percentage.
Overthrows, all that at the beginning
yep.
of last year.
Yep, the passes down the field, that they're top 3 in attempts, but his completion percentage is in 30. So there's stuff to clean up with Bo, but there's one thing that might be like more fundamental than any of that. It's his zone coverage issues. Among 35 qualified quarterbacks, Bo Nix is 31st of 35 in drop back success rate against zone coverage. Against man, he's top 11. I mean, the delta between who he is against man defense and zone defense is Grand Canyon-esque. And he has got to find a way because zone defense isn't going anywhere. And I know there's a lot of teams that just run like their base defense is man, and he's going to continue to benefit off that. But
they'll switch it up with zone sometimes just to see what you are going to do, especially if you struggle.
Right. And so when teams make him read through layers of coverage, and it's just not one-on-one, man-on-man, he becomes, like, quite frankly, against man, he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league. Against zone, he is quite literally one of the worst quarterbacks in the NFL.
Well, two things with the man thing, right? We all know that man's a little bit easier. If the receiver's one-on-one, he's faster or beats that cornerback like Riley Moss, all right, and you get past him, there's no help usually over the top, or the safety's too far to help out, and now Bo Nix is able to zip it in there. Also, we've watched Bo Nix for 2 straight years in camp, and his defense that he's going up against every single day, every week, plays a lot of man. VJ loves to play man. So for Bo, yes, he's getting the work in, but he's getting a lot of man coverage work. So when they are playing a team that goes man coverage, they're saying, hey, look, Bo's saying to himself, we got Riley, we got PS2. I'm getting great work every time in practice. Like, I'm ready for the man coverage. But because VJ doesn't do a bunch of zone, you're not getting the looks that you want to that's full speed, right? Good on good action.
Right.
So for Bo, now it's time for him to settle down, understand that he's going to have to stay in the pocket a little bit longer, as we talk about, climb that pocket, let a play develop, and trust that the receivers are going to do their part. There's one thing, Z, that you said earlier yesterday, and you've said this a couple times, you brought up, that what's going to help Bo out with just recognizing the schemes, the coverages, and everything else is getting to the line of scrimmage as fast as possible.
That's right.
Right, getting in and out of that huddle. Get a play, relay the play, get there so that you can get your checks. If you can get to the line of scrimmage faster, now you can go on a hard count. Hike. So now what you do is you're getting that defense to jump a little bit or to rotate. So now you know, like, they may be trying to pretend like they're playing man,
right,
but they're really playing zone. And so for Bo, now in his head, it's like, okay, I know it's zone. I know my outlet, whether it's a running back or tight end. Let's go. Let's Bo. So if Bo can get to the line of scrimmage faster, it's just going to help out. And also, ZB, just working on it with the receivers.
Sure.
All right, for the receivers, having the awareness to sit in the middle of these zones or in the open space of a zone, and Bo Nix and the receivers connecting on that part.
So I obviously agree with a lot of what you just said.
You're damn right you do.
Certainly with getting the defense to declare what they're in, pre-snap, that's been one area of his evolution that has been a bit stunted because of these long play calls from Sean Payton. A lot of this is just self-inflicted. So the more time on task and just evolving in that regard, but also, and you beat me to the punch earlier today when we talked about this and bringing up Jalen Waddle. And Brian from Thornton had the same question here on the RamosLaw.com text line. He says, I agree about Bo and zone coverage. Do you guys think that our receiving core wasn't able to beat zone coverage? So that might be part of the issue, and maybe Jalen Waddle will help this.
Mm-hmm.
Love to hear your thoughts on it. Yeah, you brought this up, but it was almost like you reached in my head and plucked the thought right out of my head, because the Broncos have not had a player like Jalen Waddle here with Bo Nix.
Well, great minds think alike, by the way.
Well, I think that, Phil, I think you were spot on, and I think that I had the same thought this morning when we were crafting today's show, is that Waddle has such a gravitational pull. Not quite like Tyreek Hill, but there was only one of those. But he represents a gravitational pull that the Broncos just haven't had. And my thought on these struggles against zone, where Bo Nix is one of the better quarterbacks in the league against man, but is one of the worst against zone, is if you incorporate Waddle's skill set and he is stretching the field and yanking these safeties downfield, these windows within the zone defense are going to get stretched open, whether it's for Waddle himself or someone like Cortland Sutton or these other receivers. But most importantly, they get stretched open for Bo, who has just had a really hard time through 2 years. And he's not the first quarterback to ever struggle against zone. It's completely different, right? And we understand that. But if you can stretch out those windows, that just makes Bo's life easier.
And Z, you talk about Jalen Waddle. Jalen Waddle's one of the best. He is ranked high, almost in the top 5 when it comes to zone and playing against zone teams. And that's because it's the awareness of knowing these pockets, the open space, but also it's the explosiveness of, like, I can sit it down for a 10-yard route. I catch the ball, I break a tackle, and now I'm gone for a 50-yard touchdown. Waddle's able to do that. He understands the zone coverages. And so this is going to be so important for Bo Nix and Jalen Waddle to get on the same page, because sometimes a route may mean you have to come across the field. But if somebody's waiting for you, and Waddle sees that, maybe he sits down right there. And if Bo and Waddle are on the same page, just like Patrick Mahomes and Kelsey were always on the same page,
yes,
now you have those explosive plays downfield, right? It's just getting on that same page, and you're right. It's all about stretching that football field out. And think about this. You have Waddle with that world-class speed, because my man does have speed. You have someone like Troy Franklin that has a lot of speed. Imagine those two on the same side, going and streaking down the side or going across field, stretching that zone out. And then all of a sudden you have Evan Ingram coming across field, and now you have Cortland Sutton down the middle of the field, wide open, because everybody is trying to stop all that speed downfield, Z.
Yeah, that area of the field has been perplexing for the Broncos here over the last couple of years. They have not unlocked the middle of the field. And once they do, the other opportunities that it's going to, open up for Bo and Davis Webb and Sean Payton, it's actually really exciting, because they haven't really tapped into that element of the game, and I'm curious to see the domino effect should they unlock that portion. Here's something else for you. Yesterday we were having the conversation about Waddle and Sutton, and I said yesterday I still believe Cortland Sutton's going to be the number 1 receiver on this team.
You're rethinking that now, huh?
I'm not. I'm not. And I explained myself yesterday, and I think it's an incredibly reasonable argument.
Yeah, no. You just wanted to push Jalen Waddle's head down the court.
Of course I didn't. I just think there is just a collective, massive assumption happening in Denver sports right now that Cortland Sutton is going to automatically drop to wide receiver number 2, and I do not believe that.
Well, Cortland doesn't want to drop to receiver 2, and my guessing is he probably won't, but it's about getting open. And if Jalen Waddle is getting open in the zone, in the man, and Bo's like, I got to get the ball out of my hands fast, and I trust Waddle because of his speed, that's exactly what's going to happen. Waddle's going to get more opportunities and more targets because Waddle's getting in and out of his breaks faster than Cortland Sutton. Now, that's not a bad thing. Court's still going to eat, but Waddle is going to end up being the number 1 receiver because of that explosiveness that he has, the route running ability, right? He can run every single route in the route tree and more. My man could be a running back if you want him to.
Well, I often say this. The past is oftentimes the best predictor of the future. All right? It's not a crystal ball, but oftentimes that is the case, just in life, but also in sports. And if you look at Sean Payton's career when it comes to spreading the ball around, check this out. Sean Payton has been the head coach of an NFL team for 17 seasons now. 14 years in New Orleans, plus the 3 here in Denver. Only one time in those 17 seasons has a receiver accounted for more than 30% of the team's targets. And only twice in the 17 years has a receiver accounted for more than 30% of the team's receiving yards. So the history of Sean Payton is not force-feeding any one wide receiver. It is quite literally the opposite. His offenses are super, super democratic. There's a bunch of people involved. My guessing is the one year that wasn't the case is when Michael Thomas set the single-season receptions record in the NFL record book. But outside of that year, man, he spreads the ball around. So if you look at this past year, I had it up earlier. I think it was Sutton led the team with 124 targets, and Troy Franklin was second with 104. It would not shock me at all if Waddle gets around 124 targets that Sutton got a year ago, and Sutton still gets over 100 and is around 104, and you're talking about maybe 20 targets difference over the course of a full season, maybe one more per Sunday on average. And if I had to bet, man, that's the setup and the structure that I think awaits us this fall.
Well, that's the setup that you want to happen and needs to happen if you want great balance and everybody gets involved. And it starts with the run game. All right, it's Coleman, it's R.J. Harvey, it's J.K. Dobbins and doing their part, and even being better in the pass game, getting out there, being available so Bo can dump it off to move the chains that way. And if the running back can run hard and they can move the chains that way, then now it makes it easier for the receivers to do their job. And now you have two really good receivers, elite receivers when they're doing their part and having their superpower that's shining. Now it leaves open someone like Troy Franklin and Pat Bryant to do their part. So, like, yes, if Bo Nix can mature, if Bo Nix can stay in the pocket a tad bit longer, let plays develop, all right, get the ball around to the open receiver, it's going to be a hell of a year for all these guys. And everybody will be battling for targets, but also a lot of yards will be brought into this because they're getting open, because of those one-on-one opportunities or sitting in a zone coverage and understanding that Bo's going to get them the ball.
Well, I'm going to continue to say and almost predict that the best setup for the Denver Broncos, it sounds counterintuitive, but the best setup for the Denver Broncos this coming fall is no 1,000-yard receiver. I just think that there's so many weapons that they can hit you with that, and it's 17 games, so like, you know.
Yeah, and you might get two receivers to 1,000 yards easier than you think.
Two, you think? I don't think so. I don't think that's happening.
Demaryius Thomas, Emmanuel Sanders, they did it.
Yeah.
And I view Waddle and Cortland like Demaryius and
that'd be great. I hope so.
And also, last year, Bo Nix threw the most passing attempts in the NFL. They want to throw the ball. Davis Webb is a young coach that was a quarterback that wants to show that he can do it all and be creative, and he's going to throw the ball. Like, we're going to have 2,000-yard receivers, EB.
I disagree. I think it's more likely that there's no 1,000-yard receiver than 2,000-yard receiver.
Waddle's going to get to 1,000 yards in 15 games if he's healthy. But I'm telling you that right now. I'm telling you that right now, Z.
Well, how come he hasn't then?
Because of Tua.
Gotcha.
Because of Tyreek Hill, he did go for 1,000 with Tyreek.
He did.
And it was dysfunctional over here. I'm telling you, see, you're gonna change the way you talk about Waddle, man. Because How
do you think I'm talking about Waddle?
You think that, like, for some reason Waddle was this bad player or something because of the people around him.
That's not true at all.
First 3 years went for over 1,000-yard years. Okay, then got in a situation where your quarterback is not good.
Dude, you act like Cortland Sutton's been playing with Peyton Manning.
It's not about that. We're getting ready to see in camp. You're going to see the difference. You guys are going to see the difference of why Jalen Waddle's going for 1,000. For sure.
Waddle's a beast. I just think, like, if you wanted Waddle to go for 1,000, Waddle will go for 1,000. I'm just saying, like, we're assuming that there's going to be an ascension of the tight end position, right? There's going to be like a revival with Evan Ingram. We're hoping. Pat Bryant is still coming. Troy Franklin is ready for a big step forward. They're still trying to figure out Marvin Mims. If they don't trade him, they're going to have to try to figure out how to get him involved. And you're going to try to be more balanced in the run game this year. So I'll just, like,
Jamar Chase went over 1,000 yards. You had T. Higgins. You had Gesicki.
I got it. I'm just saying, I think the healthiest setup will be the everyone eats Goro offense, where you don't know where the punches are coming from. That's what I think the healthiest setup should be. Now, someone may go for 1,000 yards rushing or receiving.
But don't you want a top dog that you know that?
I don't need one. I don't need one.
So when you gotta have it,
I want an improved offense.
Well, you gotta have a top dog to have an improved offense.
They have a top
everybody
dog.
Else will eat.
You say when you gotta have it.
You gotta have the play. Who are you going with, Court, or you going with Waddle? Somebody has to be the number one.
Cortland Sutton.
Both players can't get the ball at the same time.
You're literally using the phrase "you got to have it." On got to have it downs, 3rd and 4th downs, Cortland Sutton has been number 1 in the NFL for 2 straight years.
I'm not talking about moving the chains. I'm talking about scoring that touchdown to win the game.
How about when you need to set up a first down and set up a field goal to win the game in Kansas City? Who's the ball going to? You act like Cortland's has improved this stuff.
No, Cortland has. Cortland has.
All
right, here we go.
So I'm just saying.
I can't wait for this first camp practice.
Dude, Waddle is awesome, but you're falling into the taking Cortland Sutton for granted crowd.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
I think you are. I think you are.
I just know. I've seen it with my own eyes. I've been in the huddle with both of them. I just know one of them's going to be more explosive and dynamic when you need him to.
I'm not saying Waddle's not more explosive.
I feel like I'm pooping on court, and it sucks for me because I'm not. Receiver 1's Waddle. Receiver 2 could be Court.
I disagree.
Or receiver 1 could be Court too.
We'll see how it all works out. I think it's going to be a Sunday by Sunday thing. There's going to be some Sundays where Troy Franklin is leading the Broncos in receiving.
All right, now you're going too far.
I don't think so.
Now you're going too far.
There's 2 big plays could do it.
So at least you're admitting that Troy Franklin is going to be in front of Pat Bryant.
Yeah, it's a start for sure. I think so. But Pat Bryant's reliability, coaches love that steady hand and that reliability rating. Excuse me, that they love that, and there's a reason that, the one time in Sean Payton's career that someone got more than 30% of the targets is the same guy that he comped Pat Bryant to. Let's not forget that.
Yeah. Hey,
so
you're the one that has him behind Troy at the start of the year.
I do have him behind Troy at the start of the year. Troy took a massive step from year 1 to year 2, and I think he's earned that opportunity. And now what do you do with it? Because Troy sometimes with the reliability rating is a little bit shaky.
Yeah, very inconsistent.
And so we'll see what it actually looks like. But we'll let that lie where it is right now. Speaking of quarterbacks, did you hear my guy Colin Cowherd? I'm trying to find this. There it is. Colin Cowherd.
Did I hear? ZB, you already know I heard that news.
So Colin Cowherd has officially sold his stock on Bo's King, or I said Bo's King, Phil's King, Lamar Jackson.
It's probably Bo's King too.
But Bo came up during the conversation, which is why I had the Freudian slip there, right? Bo's name came up. This is what Colin said when talking about Lamar.
Take Bo Nix today in a fourth quarter come-from-behind situation. Bo Nix over Lamar Jackson. Why? Because the analytics and data tell you he's better. I watched Bo Nix go toe-to-toe with Josh Allen in a division round playoff game with a broken ankle. A kid against the best player in the league.
All right, now we know Colin messed up a little bit there.
He messed up big time.
It's like, I often say this, there's a difference between being wrong and then the opposite of true.
My man was out there with a broken ankle, huh?
It was Josh Allen, the one with the broken foot,
Yeah.
and Bo broke his ankle at the very end of the game. But his point is still taken. He says he would rather have Bo Nix with the ball in his hands in the fourth quarter over Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, sure. I'm going to listen to Colin Cowherd, who actually gave up on Bo, if we remember correctly. ZB, you talked about it. Gave up on Bo and actually said that Sean may think about bringing in another quarterback or drafting another quarterback. So we're going to listen to Colin on this. Lamar Jackson has been in this league for a very long time. 2 MVPs to Josh Allen's 1. All right, has been in some big-time games multiple times.
And what
they
happens
call him
then?
Action Jackson. Just like
no, they don't call him that in the playoffs when he turns into a pumpkin.
Well, what happens with Josh Allen? It's always poor Josh. Everybody else didn't do their job with Josh. This is a team game, baby. It's a team game. Lamar last year in the playoffs, the reason why they lost was because of Mark Andrews dropping that ball in the end zone for that touchdown, an easy touchdown.
Oh, you don't remember his backward fumble that Von Miller almost ran to the house?
Lamar was banged up, and you know that.
Stop it.
And you know that. He was banged up.
Here's the truth. Lamar's the biggest playoff shrinker in this generation. And that's just a fact, Jack.
Oh, no, it's not.
Action Jackson. That's a fact,
Action
Jack.
Jackson's looking for a Super Bowl. So is your king, Josh Allen.
Yes.
And Bo Nix is trying to get to those two guys' levels. So let's be real.
Well, I agree with you there. But if the game's on the line, I'd
put
rather
Lamar
have
Jackson.
No, you don't.
You're crazy.
I would rather have the ball in Bo Nix's hands than
you
Lamar Jackson. Yes, I do.
You're talking right now, but I guarantee you get tight, you're going with Lamar. He's been there, he's done that.
Why would I get tight and pick someone else who gets tight
and
nervous?
The reason why someone like Bo has so many games where he has to come back and win, because they're not starting fast, correct? with Baltimore, they are good. They do start fast a lot of the times, and they finish strong. So they're not in a lot of these one-score games.
No one's had a better team around him. No one's had a better team around him in this era of NFL football to knock off the Chiefs better than Lamar Jackson, the Baltimore Ravens.
Lamar was getting ready to get drafted in the second round. Nobody wanted him. They want him to be a running back. And now we're talking about him like this?
You're just sticking up for your fellow running back. All right, don't look now, but Deion Sanders is stacking something other than his bank account in Boulder. Will it matter? That's next.
They're back. Our free limited edition Training Camp 2026 t-shirts will have 5 drops this year at various Santiago's Mexican restaurants across the metro area starting July 16th. Limit 1 per person while supplies last. For more details and to find the location nearest you, head to DenverSports.com/shirt.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-330-8323 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-330-8323. That's 800-330-8323. What do you have to lose? Call 800-330-8323. Again, 800-330-8323.
Gebhardt BMW, your trusted family dealership since 1975 in Boulder, has a championship-level lineup ready for you to test drive and take home today. They currently have specials on both the BMW X3 and X5 models. The BMW X3 model is a luxury compact SUV that offers balanced handling and a powertrain variety. The BMW X5 model is a high-performance powerhouse luxury model that offers you a thrilling driving experience. They also have a great pre-owned BMW lineup as well. Schedule your test drive today. Go to GebhardtBMW.com.
Gebhardt BMW, your trusted family dealership since 1975.
Rob Dino here at BeatTheDA.com. I've handled over 7,000 cases, 300 trials. Let's face it, divorce is really impactful. You may have a controlling spouse. You may have a violent spouse. You may have been a victim of a domestic violence. You may be wrongfully accused of domestic violence. This all affects parenting rights. And let's face it, the kids are the most important. These are the things that need to be handled. They need to be handled appropriately by someone that's going to protect your kids and protect your rights. Hit me up at BeatTheDA.com, 720-706-5151.
Have you ever looked in the mirror and just didn't feel like yourself anymore? Maybe your clothes don't fit the way they used to, or you don't like how you look in them. Honestly, it's more than that. It's how you feel walking into a room, avoiding photos, skipping events, not feeling as confident at work or even with your spouse. Over time, it starts to wear on you. Here's the truth. Losing weight is one thing. Feeling confident again and keeping it off, that's what really matters. At Colorado Fat Loss, we help people lose 20 to 40 pounds naturally in about 60 days without injections, crazy workouts, or prepackaged meals. More importantly, we show you how to keep the weight off so you can feel comfortable in your clothes, confident going out, and actually like what you see in the mirror again.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here, and I lost 30 pounds in just 7 weeks. It was easy, and I've kept the weight off.
Many clients lose 20 to 40 pounds in about 60 days. Schedule a free weight loss consultation. Call and start to feel confident again. Go to ColoradoFatLoss.com. That's ColoradoFatLoss.com. Results may vary.
In Colorado, relationships matter. That's why professional contractors across the Front Range choose Western Pacific for doors in Millwork. For 35 years, this family-owned, locally operated supplier has delivered quality products, next-day delivery, and quick will-call service that keeps builders on schedule. From new construction to remodels, their experienced team is committed to helping contractors succeed. Visit GoWestPack.com. Western Pacific, local ownership, professional expertise built for Colorado contractors.
This July, make the most of summer adventures in the all-new 2026 Honda Passport from Champ Honda. Designed for drivers who want capability without compromise, the Passport is equally at home on Colorado back roads, weekend camping trips, or your daily drive across town. At Schomp Honda, buying is just as easy thanks to their one price, one person, 1 hour philosophy, giving you a transparent price, a single advisor, and a faster, more enjoyable experience. Plus, Schomp Honda never charges dealer handling fees.
There's a difference between the cameras you buy at Home Depot and the cameras Vantage installs. Consumer cameras give you a grainy silhouette. Vantage cameras can read a license plate at the end of your driveway with full color night vision, 24/7 recording, and no monthly subscription fees, so you never miss a thing. Invest in real security for your home. Schedule a free Vantage Threat Zone Analysis report for your property. Call Vantage at 720-366-7759 or visit vssicolorado.com today.
Joint pain is awful when you're the person who is fighting through it, but I'm betting you aren't the only ones affected. Maybe you love someone who struggles with joint pain. You see it. You see what they don't say, what they've slowly stopped doing. It's July. The days are long. The light hangs around. Time to be outside, moving, playing, living, and you're sitting it out. Hey, it's Mike Evans. Let's talk about getting that life back, because at QC Kinetics, that's what's happening every day. People who are stuck in that cycle of pain in their hips, knees, shoulders, and back, they're finally stepping out of it with regenerative treatments done right in their office. No surgery, long recovery, or putting life on hold. Just real relief. The inflammation eases and the pain lets go. We hear it all the time, not just from patients, but from the people around them. He's back. She's herself again. So if this sounds like you or someone you love, go find out what's possible. QC Kinetics offers a free consultation to see if you're a candidate. Call 303-900-8986, 303-900-8986, with locations in Aurora, Superior, Highlands Ranch, and the Springs. It's QC Kinetics.
When disaster hits your home, it's game time. Water in the basement, fire damage, mold creeping in. Don't sit on the sidelines. Call Able. Able Restoration is your first round draft pick for emergency response, mitigation, and full rebuild. We move fast, protect your property, and fight for you with insurance start to finish. This isn't practice, this is your home. And when it's time to step up and protect what matters most, bring Able to the table. Call 303-590-5600. That's 303-590-5600. Go Able.
Bring Able to the table.
This segment on The Fan is built by Denver Deck Builders.
Listen up, Denver. This hour's keyword is plate. P-L-A-T-E. Text plate to 303-713-1043 right now for your chance to win a $250 gas card. That's plate to 303-713-1043.
By texting, you agree to receive an automated marketing message from Denver Sports 1043 The Fan. Message and data rates may apply. For complete rules or to enter the keyword online, visit www.denversports.com/keyword.
It's The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay on Denver Sports 1043 The Fan.
Bottom half of hour number 4. Show has flown by here. Appreciate the interactions on the RamosLaw.com text line. I've seen a lot of them. Not able to get back to everyone, but appreciate you guys chiming in.
You probably don't want to with all the takes you had today. Not liking Jalen Waddle. Not liking Lamar Jackson. What the hell got into you today, man?
The Waddle that's not true, but you're right. I'm not a big Lamar Jackson fan. All right. But that is what it is. We've disagreed on that for some time now. Hey, this Thursday, that's tomorrow, from noon to 1, it's the first giveaway of our free limited edition Training Camp 2026 t-shirts. We'll be at Santiago's Mexican Restaurant, located on Ford Street in Golden. Limit 1 per person while supplies last. For more details and to find the location nearest you, head to DenverSports.com/shirt. All right. I said going into the last break that Deion Sanders looks like he's stacking something other than his bank account up in Boulder. What the heck am I talking about? I'm reading an article from 24/7 Sports. Quote, Colorado football coach Deion Sanders has assembled possibly his biggest and best high school recruiting class over the last few months, with 20 recruits currently committed to join the team in 2027. That class ranks number 3 in the Big 12 Conference. Whoa, this is a big-time departure and a different approach than Deion and the Buffs have had in recent years. It's his biggest class, all right? And from a rating standpoint, it's his best class. And they were the 16th in a league of 16. They were 16th in terms of a high school class in 2024. They were 13th in 2025. They were 14th in 2026, but now 3rd for the class of 2027.
That's a step in the right direction right there. You're taking the young kids from high school and developing them. That's what you're supposed to do. That's what college football was all about. Picking these young guys, developing them to bring with the older guys, and when the older guys leave, the young guys are ready to play. And if you can do that and you have the depth, then you're going to be a really good team like Ohio State, the Texases of the world, Notre Dame, Indiana right now. You got to have the young players to mix with the older players, Z.
Yeah, and although it is super in vogue to hit the transfer portal, and Deion has basically made his roster construction full transfer portal, and that is not how the best teams operate. The best teams in the country still recruit high school kids, develop boys into men, and then they patchwork with the transfer portal. They don't have the foundation of their team be the portal. And it looks as if Deion Sanders is pivoting a little bit here. A 20-person class is the largest that he's had in his time in Boulder. And so we'll see. We'll just see. And I said going into the last break, will it matter? On two different fronts. One, and you know this well just like I do, man, these kids, they flip their commitments like the weather changes, So them committing right now doesn't mean they're going to be on campus as freshmen. But even if they are, you're talking about boys, right? This is a league of men. And so will it matter in that, will those freshmen come in and 3 years later be ready to play as juniors? Now you're talking about 28, 29, like 2030, these kids actually being on the field and developing and making plays. So that's a long time off.
It's a long time off, Z, but also you have to have your staff that's going to stick together. Unless one of these DCs or OCs is up for a head coaching job, you hope that they stick around so that you can get used to being in the same offense. Just like for the Denver Broncos, it's always good and it's a nice feeling for a player to be in a system for 3-4 years. And now you're going into the organization, you're going into the facility knowing what to expect. That has to be the case with some of these younger guys where it's like you're with the same coach 2, 3, 4 years, and by your junior, senior year, you're ready to go. You're not worried about trying to figure out an offense. You're just out there making plays.
Right. And Deion said this is the best coaching staff he's ever had.
Brendan Marion and Coach Marv, this is the best coaching staff that I've had in my minute coaching career. And I'm excited about it. I'm excited about the young men. I'm excited about everything that we have on this roster because I feel like we have the team to win. And I cannot wait to see it.
All right. Promises, right?
He sounds a little bit more sincere, though, right? Like, it's not like, like watch us. It's more like, hey, I truly feel like we have some young guys and some guys that we picked up that they're all about winning now. They love that they have an opportunity. And what Deion has done is go to the lower divisions. If you talked about this, pick the guys from the lower divisions that have done a great job, rewarded them by coming into the Big 12, and now maybe they're going to reward the Buffs by going out there and making plays.
Well, we'll see how it all shakes out. Again, this is such a on-the-horizon forecast when we're talking about the class of 27 and true freshmen coming in. We'll see what it looks like. I do like the approach, though. So this is 2 times now this offseason that I have been not congratulatory, but just like more positive of what I'm seeing in terms of recruiting high school kids in a way you haven't before. Instead of trying to get washouts from Texas and Alabama who didn't play, go get proven production at lower levels. Give those kids a chance to play in the Big 12, as you said. I like both those things. So we'll see how it all looks this year. I'm not expecting much from CU this coming year, just to be honest. Maybe I'm wrong about that. But the experts and odds makers are not very high on CSU either. I mean, it's very similar to CU. And I'll give you some numbers here. I was reading Athlon Sports, the National College Football magazine. They project CSU in the Pac-12. There's 8 teams, all right? So it's kind of like the Pac-8 again. They predict CSU to finish 7th in the 8-team league, all right? They do not project a bowl appearance for CSU. I pay attention every summer to Phil Steele, who is a long-standing college football writer and a brilliant individual who has dedicated his life to college football, who once upon a time put you on the cover of his magazine.
I had the honor to be on the cover of the magazine, just walking into the store, and I saw my face. I saw, me in the football uniform, and it was cool. It was the first time I was ever on a magazine.
Do you still have it?
I do. I got two copies, so I'll get you one, ZB.
Sign it.
Yeah, gosh.
eBay in 5 minutes. $4.99.
You might go for $3.99.
or yeah, I was gonna say OBO or best offer. Well, Phil Steele, he's a legend as a college football writer. He has also picked CSU to finish 7th out of 8 in the Pac-12. He points out only 8 career starts on the offensive line. The strength, as he sees it, is going to be the defensive line. But he also said about CSU that he projects and predicts the offense will average more than a touchdown more per game than a season ago. All right, and we'll see. We'll see. He still called it a rebuilding year. The over-under win total for the Colorado State Rams, you can find it at 3.5 at BetMGM. It's as high as 4.5 on FanDuel. ESPN Football Power Index has projected the Rams to finish last in the Pac-12 with a win projection between 3 and 4 wins. Now,
it's the first year for Mora.
It is, and
rebuild.
And also just buyer beware, because last year, these same outlets were picking CSU to finish top 5 in the Mountain West and win 6-7 games, and they went 2-10. And Jay Norvell got fired, and Braden Fowler-Nicolosi left the program. And so
it was messy up there.
It was. So I'm high on the Mora hiring. I think CSU is trending in the right direction with a bona fide proven coach, and I'm going to give you a name right now. All right, and you put this in your front pocket, because I think if this kid can stay healthy, remember this name, Hoss Haney.
Hoss
Haney. All right, this guy, he's got some injury history, which is why he's here. Once upon a time, super highly touted recruit coming out of Aledo, Texas. He originally went to TCU, and then he ended up at Oklahoma State. He broke his foot in one of the early games of the year, but I went back and watched how this young man moves around. If this kid stays healthy, he is going to be electric playing the quarterback position. Right now, we don't even know if he's going to be a starter. He's going head-to-head with a UConn transfer that came with Jim Mora. So this is really calling my shot, because I don't know if he doesn't even have the job right now. But with the information that I personally have, I bet you Hoss Haney is going to be a name that is going to be on the tip of a lot of people's tongues this fall, as long as he can stay healthy.
When you said put it in your front pocket, we might want to put it in the back pocket until he wins the job.
Front pocket. I'm telling you. This kid, he's going to win the job, and I think he's going to become a star as long as he can stay healthy. If he stays healthy, CSU is going to have to re-recruit this kid.
Oh, I like that. I like it. It's CSU, and we know McBride. Was it McBride that went up there and talked bad about CSU, his alma mater? And go back and look at it. They don't pay up there, man.
They did ask for the trophy. Not a great look. But Hoss Haney, remember that name. Once upon a time, he was the Fort Worth area offensive player of the year coming out of high school. Just a stud. Hoss Haney. Remember the name. What did we learn today in Denver sports? That's how we'll finish up next.
Nikola Jokic says he'll sign next summer. But with $360 million on the line and no ink on paper, is the Nuggets front office feeling the heat?
Phil, if he doesn't sign this contract and he is watching the Denver Nuggets organizational moves to put him in a position to be successful, and those moves are to duck the luxury tax and the repeater tax and become less of a team that got beat in the first round anyway. You got humiliated by a team who got humiliated by another team that went on to lose. So you're not close. If the idea is to make the team worse to benefit more financially, and Jokic does walk, he would have been well within his rights to walk.
Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. Did you know the IRS has programs specifically designed to help people struggling with tax debt? Powerful tax assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm, A-rated by the Better Business Bureau. Their award-winning tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $3 billion of tax debt for their clients. One call to Optima can start the process, helping to put an end to your worries about wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other aggressive IRS actions. Find the best options to solve your tax problems. Call the experts at Optima Tax Relief today for a free consultation.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Hey, it's Mike Evans with all these Bluebird days in Colorado. Enjoy the view through energy-efficient windows from Bluebird Windows and Doors. Through July, it's their Buy More, Save More event. Save up to 20% on your window and door projects. And when you mention you heard it from me, you'll save an extra 5%. Bluebird's family-owned, serving the Front Range for over a decade with windows, doors, and siding built for Colorado's harsh climate. Financing is available. Visit GoBluebirdCO.com. Bluebird Windows and Doors. Make today a Bluebird Day.
It's easy to find your groove. As America celebrates, Groove Toyota, the oldest family-owned Toyota dealership in the Denver Metro, has more reasons to celebrate. Choose from hundreds of pre-owns, 40 under 15 grand. GrooveToyota.com. Plus, Groove Toyota has more than 100 used Toyotas, including Toyota Certifieds, with full warranties available. Hurry into our Red, White, and Drive event. Groove Toyota. Start here, go anywhere.
Offer expires 7/31/26. Not all will qualify. Restrictions apply. With approved credit, call 720-961-4465 for complete details.
Men, when addressing the problem of erectile dysfunction, you want the right treatment for your specific medical situation because every case is different, and finding the right treatment can mean the difference between just an okay experience and an amazing one. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, and at our practices, we offer the full range of ED treatment protocols and can even combine therapies to help make those intimate moments special, both for you and your partner. At the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, we're the leader in treating ED in the area. Our medical providers specialize in men's sexual health and understand that no two cases are alike, which means you'll get the right treatment for you based on sound medical evaluation and appropriate applications of medical therapies. Plus, we offer treatments that are effective in well over 90% of cases, which means if you're like most men, you'll get your sex life back. So call us. Your initial visit is just $99 and includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. We have 5 offices across the Front Range to serve you.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Zach here. On behalf of my friends at American Financing, what if next month looked different? What if instead of robbing Peter to pay Paul, you had one clear payment and money left over for the things that actually matter? If you're a homeowner, that's not a fantasy. American Financing is making it happen. They're not going to judge you. They're here to help you. Everything is more expensive right now, and you're spending more on the basics than ever before. American Financing's salary-based mortgage consultants will give your paycheck a raise by lowering your debt obligations. Their average customer savings is $800 a month, and you may delay 2 mortgage payments, and you may close in as fast as 10 days. Guys, there's no upfront fees. There's no obligation. We all want to live without stress. Your home's equity could help you do this. So call them at 303-695-7000. That's 303-695-7000, or visit them online at AmericanFinancing.net. NMLS 182334, NMLSConsumerAccess.org.
I'm Rob Wilhite, and for nearly 50 years, my firm has been fighting for seriously injured car accident victims in Colorado. Serious accidents demand serious representation. We dig into every detail of your case, and we don't back down until we get you the maximum compensation you deserve. If you or someone you love has been seriously injured in a car accident, call the Wilhite Law Firm today at 303-GOOD-LAW or visit WilhiteWins.com. That's 303-GOOD-LAW or visit WilhiteWins.com.
Colorado, it's time to take our recycling to the next level. That's why Recycle-On Colorado is bringing you more curbside and drop-off service from peaks to prairies. Guidelines as clear as our skies, so you know what goes where. And the price? As free as gawking at bighorns on I-70. You deserve a recycling system you can count on, like your puffiest winter coat. And we're here to give it to you. Learn more at recycleon.org/Colorado.
Stream Stokely and Evans with Mark Schlereth, Dover and Cecil, The Drive, and all your favorite shows on the Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan app. Powered by Advanced Tax Solutions. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan presents The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay.
Final segment here on a hump day. Appreciate you guys rocking with us. The show has absolutely flown by.
Yes, sir. We humped our way through this day.
There's no doubt about it.
Hooray.
No doubt about it. It's been very fun. And what did we learn today in Denver Sports? Before we get to that, I have to remind you, tomorrow, all right, from noon to 1, it's the first giveaway of our free limited edition Training Camp 2026 t-shirts. We'll be at Santiago's Mexican Restaurant, located at 2501 Ford Street in Golden. Limit one per person while supplies last. For more details and to find the location nearest you, head to denversports.com/shirt. All right. And go in there and get yourself a breakfast burrito. So good. Okay.
You and these breakfast burritos. Oh, go get one.
Dude, I literally have to control myself to not eat one every single day of the week. Because they're obviously not great for you, but they're so good and just, ugh. Okay, what did we learn today in Denver Sports? Jonas Valanciunas officially going back to Europe.
All right.
After his Denver Nuggets exit. This is a cost-cutting move, make no mistake about it. I would say JV's season, I would describe it as solid. In Denver. He didn't play much in the playoffs.
But you brought that up, actually, because I sat here and I was like, well, why? Why won't he? And then, obviously, for JV, he didn't play a lot.
No, and I said that before the season started.
Yes, sir.
I said, I think he's going to be the best, represent the best backup to Jokic of the era, which I think I was wrong about that. Mason Plumlee is still that probably, but he's the best since Plumlee. And, but yeah, in these series against these athletes, he just sticks out like a sore thumb. He's not the player that he once was. Once upon a time, Jonas Valanciunas was a top 5 pick in the NBA draft.
Damn.
He was the 5th overall pick to the Toronto Raptors back in 2011. And he's just not,
he's not the same person.
No. But anyway, so that chapter is officially closed. The Nuggets are going to save on paper around $8 million from his salary, but really think about it as saving about $30 million because of the penalty of the luxury tax if they were to be in that tax again.
And we knew this was coming. And then even for JV, he's been wanting to go back to Europe for a long time. Before he even signed here.
That's right.
He contemplated going back to Europe, and he wanted the Nuggets to let go of his rights so he can leave. So good for him. He's going to be closer to home. Family's probably ecstatic, and wife and kids are excited. So good for him.
Yep. What else did we learn today in Denver Sports? I can't believe this one. The Avalanche season will start in the month of September. So strange. This has never happened before. But now with a 84-game season, the first game of the year is going to be on September 30th, hosting the same team that they beat in the first round, the Los Angeles Kings, for a third time in the last 4 years. They're going to play the Kings to start the season. Kind of weird, ironic. But yeah, September. So the same month that football is starting, that's when the Avs journey will also start.
That's crazy when you think of it like that. It's like, hey, we're going to be talking about, Avs, the Broncos, and the Nuggets are going to come along already. And so for the Avalanche, it's like, hey, it's here. It's going to come here faster than you know it. Are you guys ready to do it again? And it's not about the regular season. We all know. It's about what you look like in the postseason.
Are you sure?
Oh, it's about, you still got to win games, right?
You got to win games.
If you don't win games, then we're going to sit here going to have to bag on them. So it's a build-up.
It is a build-up. Okay. I'm
whether you like it or not, they're running it back.
I'm not going to swing at that pitch. All right. It is what it is.
Well, then there's a strike right there already. You didn't swing at it. There's a strike.
That's okay. But it is about the postseason. It is about maximizing this window. It is about winning a Stanley Cup. And unfortunately, this team and this organization hasn't won a single game beyond the second round since they won the Cup. But great year. Right, Phil?
It was a great year.
Right.
President's Trophy,
yeah,
great year.
Yep.
The only way you
Great
can win
year.
that if you were the best team in NHL.
And they didn't come close.
There.
And they didn't come close. But great year. It was Cup or bust, but great year. Cup or bust.
Look, we got bigger things to worry about with the Denver Nuggets and their years.
Well, that's true.
We know the Avs are still going to get there.
But the arc of the story is just a little bit giggly.
He said giggly.
Cup or bust. You get halfway to your mission, but also great year.
It's so funny, man, that you want, Bednar's head.
No,
but you want to keep David Adelman in his
wait,
the hair
what?
he has left on it.
Wait, what? What? Dude, I was like the lone voice in our market saying, do not hire David Adelman.
Maybe let's shake up the coaching staff.
Like,
again
are
with
you
the Nuggets.
kidding me? David Adelman? Did you just what? What are you talking about? Oh my gosh.
Oh, look at this. You might want to be here. You might want to go for another hour.
Maybe
I'll
I'll
be on the
stay.
road.
Maybe I'll stay for Denver Sports tonight. Is that what we got going on, D? Who is it?
Me and Cello.
All right. We're going to step
And Zach
aside. It's myself. It's Cello. It's Dante Gomez. It's Denver Sports Tonight coming up next.
They're back. Our free limited edition Training Camp 2026 t-shirts will have 5 drops this year at various Santiago's Mexican restaurants across the metro area starting July 16th. Limit 1 per person while supplies last. For more details and to find the location nearest you, head to denversports.com/shirt.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Summer's finally here, and we're kicking it off with a whole lot of free. Free brake pads with Duralast rotors. Free oil filter with 5 quarts of oil. Free Armor All wipes with Armor All glass cleaner, and more. More free, so you can have more summer. Celebrate free at AutoZone. Now through July 27th. Restrictions apply.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
This is the story of the one. The one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hey, it's Zach here. Are you seeing cracks in your home's drywall or foundation? Call Homestrong. Their highly qualified technicians provide free inspections and quotes. With 20-plus years experience in the foundation repair and concrete industry, one thing is certain. You'll never go wrong with Homestrong.
And Doug. Limu and I created a trick to help you remember that you can customize your car insurance and save with Liberty Mutual. You see, the shirts Limu and I wear are yellow, and yellow is the color of lemons. And lemons grow on trees, and trees provide oxygen. And oxygen helps us breathe, and breathing is how you live. And you can live more life when you save money by customizing your car insurance. I agree, Limu. It's really quite simple. Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty. This summer, the Honey Pepper Pimento Chicken Sandwich and Pineapple Dragon Fruit and Sprite are back at Chick-fil-A.
Let me tell you about the Pineapple Dragon Fruit and Sprite. It's bright, it's bubbly, it's back.
The Honey Pepper Pimento Chicken Sandwich, it's so rich, and you can choose between the original or the spicy filet.